I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, good morning, you beauties. Thank you so much for choosing to start your day with us. We absolutely love you. It's the midweek and we are ready to coast to the weekend.
Oh, I like that, even with the
freewheel.
dance move. Now, this morning on Expresso, we're discovering the value of just slowing down and making space for things like creativity and connection, and also some great storytelling along the way.
We're going to manufacture time today, and we know that's the most valuable resource. Someone who spends a lot of time musing about how we can get the most out of every second with our kids, especially. Shanaz Morris is back. She looks amazing. She's brought summer with her today, and I love it. She's got that kind of energy, and we need it. She's going to explain why boredom could just be one of the greatest gifts that we could give our kids, especially during the school holidays.
Right.
It's a privilege, actually, that we had as kids, that today's kids have just had ripped out of their lives with algorithms and small screens. You need to slow down
They're
and
constant
experience
distractions
life.
now,
Exactly.
hey? Oh, my
And there's
goodness.
power there in the boredom. Don't roll your eyes.
Don't roll your eyes, please. Well, Grace Stevens also is going to be joining us in the kitchen for our culinary hotline bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
With 3 fun holiday treats, and it's going to be so delicious.
Okay.
Chocolate-filled French toast, a delicious apple cake, and a crunchy-inspired dessert.
She's the best chef we ever had on the show.
I'm so excited.
Ever. Oh, my word. I'm ready for this. So it's going to be that kind of show. Yes, we're going to have a whole lot of fun. There is going to be a lot of energy, but we're just going to slow down and we're going to just be in the emotion. Matsikama region, with the creators of Opsuk na Maskam, is going to open a window into the most magical world of storytelling. And I think it's an art that is so vital to South Africa right now, certainly to the Platteland. It's where that heart and soul exists. We've got to tell those stories.
I can't wait for that. And then finally, one of my favorite multi-Grammy Award-winning PJ Morton's going to be joining us because he's released something absolutely incredible. Saturday night, Sunday morning, because we're partying throughout the weekend.
It's all right. I know it's the midweek, but we can talk about partying over the weekend. No, she's going to go do her job. She will bring us down to earth with that version of storytelling. She's going to bring us up to speed with what the world has been doing over the last 24 hours. And I will, again, try to wrap my head around this World Cup. We'll get into the sport after the news headlines.
Well, thank you so much, Graham. With just 2 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's delve straight into it. Starting out nationally with the National Treasury that has withheld July equitable share transfers to 60 municipalities across all 9 provinces, citing persistent financial mismanagement as well as widespread unauthorized, irregular, fruitless and wasteful expenditure. Now, major metros including Johannesburg, Mangaung, as well as Nelson Mandela Bay are among those affected. Treasury says the measure is intended to enforce accountability rather than punish municipalities. Now, transfers will resume only after councils demonstrate corrective action and compliance. Treasury maintains essential services should not be affected immediately, but warns continued financial mismanagement threatens municipalities' long-term sustainability. Well, another national news, Public Works and Infrastructure Minister Dean McPherson says government is making steady progress in tackling construction mafia syndicates. More than 770 cases of extortion and intimidation have been reported nationally, resulting in 241 arrests and 176 convictions. Our cabinet has approved a social facilitation framework aimed at strengthening efforts against criminal groups disrupting infrastructure projects. KwaZulu-Natal, previously regarded as the country's hotspot for construction-related extortion, has recorded a significant decline in site disruptions following closer cooperation between government and law enforcement. Well, internationally speaking now, starting on the continent, Zimbabwe has exported its first shipment of blueberries to China after the 2 countries agreed plant health standards last year. Now, the move gives growers access to one of the world's largest consumer markets under China's zero-tariff policy for African countries. Zimbabwe is Africa's 3rd largest blueberry producer after Morocco and South Africa and expects exports to increase this year. Now, industry leaders say the focus now shifts to expanding production as well as developing efficient supply routes to meet growing demand. Meanwhile, a French appeal court has upheld Marine Le Pen's conviction for misusing European Union funds, but reduced her sentence, allowing her to contest France's 2027 presidential election. Now, her ban from holding public office was shortened and backdated, while she received a one-year sentence under electronic monitoring. Le Pen has indicated she may not run if required to wear an electronic tag during campaigning. Now, she remains one of the leading contenders to succeed President Emmanuel Macron, who cannot seek another term. Let's close off with what began as a teenage dream outside Wembley Stadium, which has now become a record-breaking triumph for Harry Styles. Now, the singer has earned a Guinness World Record after completing 12 sold-out concerts at the iconic venue, surpassing Coldplay's previous mark. Performing to about 80,000 fans at his final show, Styles reflected on his journey from the X Factor to global superstardom and paid tribute to his former One Direction bandmates, including the late Liam Payne. Now, Wembley has unveiled a commemorative banner celebrating the achievement, while Styles' world tour now heads to Brazil, Mexico and the United States, as well as Australia, carrying his remarkable success story across the globe. Well done to him once again, continuing along that superstardom. That's where we leave your 6 o'clock news. Let's get into your first bit of sports now with Gray.
It's okay, Argentina are through, and there were some nervy moments, but heartbreak for Egypt yesterday. Argentina came from 2 goals down, in fact, to beat Egypt 3-2 to book their place in the World Cup quarterfinals. Christian Romero and Lionel Messi brought Argentina level before Enzo Fernandez headed home a dramatic stoppage time winner to see them through. So the defending champions will be able to defend their crown. Not just yet, though. They'll face Switzerland in the last 8 after they beat Colombia in the later game. Now let's get back into the rugby lane as the junior Springboks secured top spot in Pool A of the World Rugby Under-20 Championship with another convincing win, 52-33 over a very spirited Wales in Tbilisi. South Africa recovering from an early 14-point deficit, in fact, to score 8 tries with Liam van Wyk and Siposetu Ndebelele, with both crossing twice, in fact. Congratulations, boys. The defending champions will now face England in the semi-finals as a result. Now we can get back onto the grass of Wimbledon as Novak Djokovic is through to the Wimbledon semi-finals. That was after edging past Felix Auger-Aliassime in an epic 5-set contest. Hopefully not too much of a physical test at this stage of the competition. The 7-time champion prevailed after 5 hours and 15 minutes on court, setting the longest men's quarterfinal in Wimbledon history. How many records is this man going to break? Djokovic will now face world number 1, Jannik Sinner, for a place in that final, kind of a mini-final, if you will. Incredible year of sport. And let's continue in that vein as we return to the Tour and Tadej Pogačar. He's on fire. He sprinted to victory on stage 4 of the Tour de France, another win, claiming his 2nd stage win of this year's race. The Slovenian producing a powerful finish, as he does, to edge out his rivals and strengthen his position in the general classification as the race continues through northern France. We will be seeing some hills and mountains over the weekend, and we love it. And that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get into the weather. Polokwane, as we always say, good morning. A great way to start your day. A little bit of drizzle just to take the edge off, but it will clear. You do start on a low of 4 degrees, but it rises to 23 once that weather clears. And looking ahead, mostly bright and sunny skies dominating the rest of this week's outlook. Fairly warm daytime highs alternating between 23 and 24 degrees for the most part, and no chance of rain until next week, in fact. Klerksdorp, you're our next stop. Sunny skies are going to take over your day today. Temperatures starting at a really cold 2 degrees, reaching a warm enough high of 21 degrees for your midweek. And then coming days bring daytime highs peaking at 21 degrees throughout, while your skies remain mainly sunny till the weekend when Sunday turns a little bit cloudy again. Pretoria, good morning to you. Sunny skies are going to brighten up your day today. Your temperatures ranging between a low of 7 and a high of 23, nice and moderate for today. And the days ahead remain mostly sunny with daytime highs reaching those low 20s, and then Friday bringing partly cloudy skies ahead of the weekend. Jawsey's our next stop. Johannesburg, good morning to you. Sunny conditions are going to dominate your forecast today, thankfully. Albeit a rather moderate temperature range, kicking off on 5 degrees, going up to a high of 19. And then looking ahead, temperatures peaking at 19 degrees tomorrow before setting at 18 and pretty much staying there for the rest of the week and the weekend, albeit under relatively sunny skies. Mandela, good morning to you as well. You'll enjoy plenty of sunshine under clear skies today. Your temperatures ranging between a low of 7 and a high of 24 degrees. Great way to start the second half of the week. And then looking ahead, you can expect mainly sunny skies with pleasant temperature highs peaking at around 24 degrees tomorrow and staying in those low to mid-20s. Bloom, sunny skies are going to define your day today. Thankfully, temperatures do start at a chilly 2 degrees, but they'll set at 21 as your high. And then you're in for a bit of a mix of cloudy and sunny conditions ahead. Pleasantly cool temperatures throughout the week, though. Richards Bay is our next stop, and your skies are going to remain sunny with some light northerly winds coming through today as well. The temperature range as a result, 14 degrees to a beautiful, comfortably warm, let's say 27 as your high. And then cloudy skies do roll in from tomorrow onwards with rain likely from Friday, going into the weekend averaging around 32%. Durbs, our playground, is our next stop, and you're going to spend your day under sunny skies today. Temperatures will rise from a low of 16 to a high of 26. It's summer and winter. Expect an increase in cloud cover, though, from tomorrow. The rain forecast from Friday at 50%, in fact, and that's up to 60% come Saturday. So get the playtime in while you can. Tata, you're our next stop, and the forecast today calls for some sunny skies, and we'll embrace that. Temperatures ranging from 6 to a high of 27 degrees. And we want to make the most of it today because tomorrow those cloudy and wet conditions do begin to settle in with rain hitting at a 20% chance tomorrow. Nkhuba, good morning to you. Sunny skies are going to dominate your day today. Your temperatures shift between a cold 4 degrees and they'll set at 26 today. And over the coming days, you've got mostly cloudy skies on the cards with some cooler temperatures ranging in the mid to upper teens. Kokompo City is where we find ourselves next. So good morning to you. Hopefully your day has started well. You're going to spend the day under sunny skies, accompanied by a moderate southwesterly wind just to take a little edge off. And your temperature range very pleasant as a result, 14 and 24 degrees today. It does drop as we move towards the weekend and those rainy conditions settle in over the coming days. That'll continue into next week. Thunderstorms likely to land on Saturday. Good morning to you. A partly cloudy day lies ahead, accompanied by a noticeable westerly wind today. Temperatures start from a chilly 12 going up to 21 degrees. And then tomorrow stays partly cloudy. Your temperatures ranging between a low of 9 and a high of 18 degrees. And we stay in those mid-teens going into a cloudy weekend. George, you can expect mostly sunny skies today, but the rain will come. 60% of your day is going to be covered in water. Temperatures varying between a low of 11 and a high of 19 degrees today. And then that outlook, cloudy and wet as the rain, chances around 29% for the rest of the week. The mother city is our next stop, and you're going to spend your day under partly cloudy skies with a very foggy start. Please be careful out on the roads. Temperatures sitting between a chilly 12 and they'll go up to only 18 degrees today for a rather moderate day and week, in fact. Over the coming days, mainly cloudy skies, keeping those temperatures peaking in the upper teens. Sutherland is our next stop, and we've got sunny conditions taking over Sully's today. Temperatures start from a biting 3, but they will rise to 18 degrees with lots of sunshine to be expected. Then tomorrow's temperature range between a really cold 1 degree and a high of 16, with those conditions remaining partly cloudy. Kimberley, you're going to spend your Wednesday under mostly sunny skies, thankfully. As a result, your temperatures rise from a crisp 2 degrees to a comfortably warm 23 as your high. Then sunny skies are going to gradually give way to partly cloudy conditions by Friday, while temperatures remain pleasantly warm throughout the week. Up East, good morning to you. When are we going to see a sunrise picture from Up East? Come on. Today brings you bright sunny conditions with light northwesterly winds, rather. Temperatures ranging from a chilly 4 degrees, setting at a beautiful 26. And then the outlook remains mainly sunny for the week. Some chilly mornings giving way to pleasantly warm afternoons. Daytime highs, in fact, peaking in those mid to high 20s. Well, as always, we demand to see proof of life at this time of the day. We know it takes a lot of energy to get up at 6 in the morning and go out and capture it. Well, Audrey Margaman did it perfectly in Gqeberha. 19 degrees is what your peaking temperature is going to look like today. I'm looking at a rather chillier start to the day right now. I love you for capturing that amount of energy. The city's starting to wake up. That's the kind of energy we need. If you think you can beat it, prove it. 063-036-9649. If you want to stay connected with us to chat about anything today, and there are some absolute gems, some conversation starters, that's the number to use.
I can't wait to get into the conversation that we've got ahead of us. And of course, Gray, with that sunrise view, set us up so beautifully. Well done, well done.
Thank you.
Boredom. Let's get into a conversation about it. I remember the last time I was super bored was during COVID, and I made a rug. So it really became a productive thing. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't make a baby mobile, and I spent the whole of COVID trying to make a baby mobile. It was the most advanced handmade baby mobile that's ever been made out of about 9 different pre-existing things. Well, we've all been there. But that's when you discover the genius, the magic. If you're pushed into uncomfortable places, if you're pushed into boredom, your brain starts to operate on a different level. And for kids, it is gold. That is where creativity, where original thought comes from, originates, if you will, and imagination is born out of boredom. So we've got
Shanaz Mus, a registered counsellor, with us, and she's going to talk about why boredom is just so important for children. It's going to be a really great conversation waiting for us. And yes, she does look like summer, hey?
I know, and if your kids come to you, I know, she's brought all the right kind of energy for us this morning. If your kids come to you and say, Dad, I'm bored, you say, oh, nice to meet you, I'm Dad. It's the most irritating thing you can do to your child, and it gets them going. Suddenly they're not bored anymore, they're angry.
Dad joke number 1.
We're going to see what we can do to bust the boredom after this. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on S3. And yes, we're continuing talking about that big B word, boredom, but how it sparks creativity, in fact. So we want you to let us know, what is the most creative or unexpected or even ridiculous thing you've ever done because you were bored?
I started wearing flat caps. I entered my flat cap era.
We love you in your flat cap era.
I love my flat cap era, okay? To be honest, there are so many moments in my life that I can dip into this feeling, but we want to hear from you, especially with your little ones, with kids who are frustrated at being bored because now holidays kicked in. It's a privilege.
It is. It's a beautiful thing to just watch them figure out what's next. And for many families during the school holidays, it's kind of a balancing act, keeping children occupied, limiting screen time.
Yeah, while you have to work or continue life as well, it is very challenging. Well, luckily, we've got registered counsellor and Happy Confident Me founder, Shanaz Mus. She is back to explore why boredom may not be something to avoid, but in fact, one of childhood's most valuable experience, essential to growing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing the energy. We love you. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, so well. It's also strange, the timing. I've just finished a book, The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt, which is about what's happening to kids. It's called a phone-based, the disappearance of a play childhood and a phone-based childhood that has entered. So this topic just fits in.
And Jonathan Haidt has got some amazing... to explain to a parent in a way that doesn't make you feel like the battle's already been lost, he is great. You're going to have to lean into this one day.
I'm adding that to my
maybe small phones
list.
won't exist by the time little one joins us.
Exactly. I've got to ask you though, so when you introduce something like a tablet, a phone for children to kind of eradicate boredom, what are they missing out on when that space is filled with a device?
So the thing with boredom is that there'll be that first uncomfortable, that naggy, that whiny that they'll do. But if you sit with it as a parent, which most of us can't, creativity steps in. So
the spark, it's the thing.
spark to create, to be inventive in play, to create a game, to play an actual game, just things that I see, because I see kids for play therapy. They've never seen a board game before. Like they come in there and they look, I'm like, what is this thing? Where's the power? There's no power. We open the board and we put the tokens and...
You actually get to bash things. It's great.
We don't need electricity. We don't need anything. And I think that just excites children, that there's things out there that aren't... They actually want to do non-screen things. They just always don't have access.
Well, this is it. And therein lies the beast. Because now as a parent, then the notion is it becomes incumbent on you to provide the non-boredom for your child. And then it kind of eradicates the whole idea of them being the source of the creativity. And so how do we as a parent prompt that? Because we want to be present and we want to, and I love playing with my kids and I'll get creative and I'll do all of that. But the best thing for me is to see them on their own, in their own little world, just playing, being that. How do we create that safe space for them to be free to play like that?
So they do need that unstructured play, but you need to have open-ended activities for them to access. So art supplies.
Give them the tools.
Lots and lots of things. So you create that space, but you also have something for them to do in that timeline. Because you can't always play with them. And that is why you need activities that are either that they can do individually or collectively if they're siblings. You know, a fun art project, building a fort. I loved building a fort when I was growing up.
Bring home a box or two.
My mother's
My
sheets,
mom was
my
just like a
mother's sheets.
legend.
All the pillows in the world. So what happens in a child's mind when they are more entertained through boredom? What sparks in there? What's going on?
So they struggle. Jonathan Haidt talks about attention fragmentation and social deprivation. These are two important things that are happening in young children. They struggle to concentrate. Think of all the kids with now ADHD diagnosis, but think of it in line with screens.
Yeah, well, I mean,
think about the link between the two, and everything's boring. So everything's just boring. You boring, teachers boring, everything's boring.
And that's not an emotional choice.
No.
That's a physical
because
wiring.
the brain needs the brain network needs the instant stimulation, the lighting up, the pinging. But real life isn't lighting up and pinging. Real life involves patience. It involves skills that you can only learn face to face. So this is what's happening. Kids aren't learning the social skills, how to be patient, how to wait your turn, how to be disappointed when you don't get picked or you...
to manage the resilience. I mean, we've been focusing on sport as a means of achieving so many of these things because it does involve the movement, and but it creates a framework for free play. And that's what I'm beginning to understand is how do you find that line between having agency, you want your child to be able to do that, but it's not like back in the day we could go and disappear for 3 days in the park and our folks would be phoning other people's parents to try and figure out where we are. Are you having dinner at your house or our house? It's not that world anymore. Are there safe places for children to just be free, or do we have to recalibrate the way that we think about freedom?
That's a hard one. I don't even let my kids go play outside. I mean, they're now adults, so I think that the world has changed. Where we disappear for hours as kids, like a whole 16 of us, from age 3 all the way to 17.
And we'd be in the stormwater drains, and I think I'm like,
and it was like, and I think that's where the resilience came into being. And I think that we need to think about what is safety and where can we go where it's still an open space where children can play. That's why all these places have popped up. And a lot of that's play now. You go to a play park place, and that is play because it's in the safety.
You can see.
But it's still not what we remember.
Still not the same thing, hey? Oh my gosh. Okay, so when the school holidays do come to an end, because it's only about 3 weeks to a month long, what do you hope that many
she says.
Is that long? Sorry. What do you hope that parents will be encouraged by the end of this? What can they implement now that life is moving at a faster pace?
So I think if you're able to introduce a little bit of screen-free time. and have those open-ended activities or meals where there are no devices, anything that you can follow through that is doable. So if you take something really hard in the holidays that you know you can't sustain after school begins, you're going to be self-sabotaging. So choose something realistic, but remember, you model. So I can't always, I hate the app on my phone when it says you've been so many hours. I'm like, no, you lie.
Exactly.
It's just because I have apps open in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not me.
Don't come after me for the RAM in the background.
Because 2 hours is the limit for all humans, adults and children. And the screens include your television, your laptop, which is not realistic, I know, but at least be mindful that...
Well, the baseline is moving. We weren't talking like this even 2 years ago. The baseline is moving. People are installing landline phones in their houses again. It's amazing. We are seeing something, what a landline phone. I'll explain to you one day what a landline phone is. The bottom line is I think we are yearning for something old school, something more wholesome when it comes to those safe places for our kids to have free play. So what does that need to look like? Maybe that's the responsibility now that we need to focus on. The bottom line is boredom is good, okay? So just go be bored. Be bored for about 3 minutes. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Now, there's nothing boring about the next 3 segments. So we're going to ask you to lean into boredom, then we're going to bring you right back out of it every second we can today. It's that kind of show. At just 19 years old, Xavier Cornelius has not stopped moving. He has become one of South Africa's most exciting young mixed martial arts prospects. After taking up MMA only 6 months ago, a button has been pushed. He stunned the sporting world by winning the national championships in just his 3rd fight inside the cage. This is crazy, earning himself a place, just look at that medal, at the World Championships in Georgia later this year. And he is not alone. He joins us this morning to share the story behind this incredible journey. Xavier and Clayton are with us this morning. So is this a package deal to you guys? Are rather terrifying to come as. I'm loving. So congratulations. Absolutely amazing. How are you feeling, man?
I feel great.
How does this happen? How do you not tap into a talent like this to the point that you are able to step into a world where guys are training, guys have gyms behind them, guys have a lifetime of a martial arts experience, maybe 3 martial arts behind them, and you step in so comfortably and just have what it takes? What is that in you? How did this happen, my friend?
So it starts with the mindset. You can't, like you said, you're stepping in there with someone. So they have trained their whole life. They have trained their whole life to do this. So if you are going in there with the mindset, you know he has trained so long.
Don't give him anything.
Exactly. Don't give him anything.
Yes, as I'm looking into your eyes right now, it's rather terrifying. I'm glad you came along for takedown demo a little bit later, because I would imagine it's some pretty tough stuff out there. I know the Georgians are going to be a very intense kind of ecosystem to welcome you into, which is crazy. But when you look at this ecosystem here in South Africa, what is it that you have that's allowed you to be successful in this space? How would you describe yourself as a fighter?
I'll describe myself as dedicated, hardworking, and very kind.
Very kind. I mean, as someone who gets to share some time on the mat with him in that space, what do you think has allowed this amazing story to kind of go under the radar like it has, for someone with this much talent, for it to be discovered in this way? What has this journey been like for you to walk alongside, man?
Honestly, it's surreal. You know, we grew up together as brothers who never really saw eye to eye, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. And to see him grow into this human being it's honestly a privilege. And what I think makes him so different, that allowed him to perform the way he has and to be the person he has become, is just the fact that he has this fire burning inside of him that will not be relinquished. And I know that it's just in him now. Once that desire to fight was sparked, it was beyond.
And you come from a country at the moment that the world is looking at for fighters. Drikas gave us that. Don Madge gave us that a while ago, and I don't think enough gets poured on the shoulders of those that have done that, who have fought through the hard yards, who've gotten up ridiculously early to put their body through what you have to do. What do you tell yourself? What is that motivational thing that you go back into? What is that fire that you lean into when the chips are down, when you feel like, because I mean it can turn around, and you know when you have lost that advantage. What do you say to yourself? Because there's got to be a mental game to this, man.
Yeah. So if I find myself in a bit of a bind, as you say, I would just think of my family. I would think of my mother and my father, my amazing mother and father who believe in me. And if such amazing people can put faith in me and believe in me, how can I not believe in myself?
And you've got great fashion sense. The whole family just understands, man. We just rock it, man. I absolutely love it. No, you can't. It's always there for all history. These photos will be there. And you're only going to become more famous as you rise along this arc. What does training look like? Because it's one of those, you've got to put the time in.
Yes.
You've got to manage, obviously, the damage you're doing to your body, because it's very intense like that. But how often does he train? Or how often do you guys train?
So on a daily basis, we're technically supposed to be training at least 2 to 3 times a day.
Wow.
But obviously, because we work, it's not completely possible yet. But soon enough. But on a daily basis, we would be training at least once and twice.
My working schedule allows me to get in all the sessions I need to get in. So I get in everything that I need to. I get in about 3 sessions a day. And yeah.
Well, I think the people around you, they can see the arc that you're on, my friend. It is incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
The joy of my job is, I know by the time you get here, this is the first of many times that I'm going to have the opportunity to connect to your career. This is amazing, guys. I cannot wait to see what you can do in a little demonstration, because I am not involved, thankfully. And this is why they always come in pairs, okay? We will see some of the takedown skills. Maybe give you a tip or two to cure your boredom today in just a moment.
Good morning, South Africa. My name's Clem Pedro, and welcome to the Culinary Hotline Bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
Now, with school holidays in full swing, Grace Stevens joins us in the kitchen this morning to share fun, easy recipes, perfect for keeping the kids entertained and adults too. We start with a chocolate-filled French toast, followed by a delicious apple cake and lastly, because who doesn't love a good crunchy? It's on the menu. If you have any culinary questions this morning for myself or for Grace, please join in on the conversation. Send us your questions to our WhatsApp voice line. That number is 063-036-9649. When I wake up in the morning and I know that Grace Stevens is going to be in the kitchen, my day is already just amazing.
Oh, I knew I was going to have the best day because I knew I was going to see you this morning, Clem.
We are the best hype men for each other. Oh, a woman,
yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
French toast?
Yes,
I
classic.
can have it for breakfast, lunch and dinner every day.
Absolutely.
Do you have any tricks when it comes to preparing the perfect French toast?
I do. I always put a little baking powder in with my egg, and that just makes sure that it gets fluffy. There's more surface area to get the little crunch.
Never have I ever.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm going to turn the heat on a little bit.
I need that to be quite nice and hot. It's very quick and easy, Clem. And this is just to make sure that it keeps the kids busy a little bit longer. And who doesn't like chocolate spread?
Now, this is actually a homemade chocolate spread, but I mean, it's super easy at home if you don't want to be Norris Smith and be making your own chocolate paste.
I
There's
think
so
we
many
all
options.
wish we were Norris Smith, but we're not. So, yeah. So this I would get the kids involved with.
Right.
They can do the spreading. And literally, you're just stuffing it with, it doesn't have to be chocolate spread. You can decide whatever you want to do.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter is an excellent alternative.
And I feel like this is it's gravitating really like kids-wise, works really well.
Yes.
But I'm also thinking like an adult delicious like breakfast, maybe a little something in the
Yeah.
custard to make it a little spicier.
Of course, anything a little spicy would be amazing.
There we go, okay.
100%. Right, so that's just prepped and ready to go. And then you just pop your eggs in. So don't skimp on your eggs. That's
No.
what's making your French toast. A splash of milk. I don't use a lot of milk.
Okay.
Just a splash, just to kind of thin it down a little bit. And of course, my baking powder
The
goes
baking
in.
powder. I'm also
Just
imagining
a little bit.
it gives it a bit of extra browning.
It does, and that's where your crispiness comes. So you've got your soft, pillowy inside, and now with your chocolate, and then a nice crispy outside, and that's it. So it's not going, your baking powder's not going to like incorporate completely. Those little things are perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, 100%. A little bit more milk there, I think, Clem, so we can have enough for 2 slices.
There is a QR code on screen right now to get the recipe, and you do want to get Grace Stevens' French toast recipe.
Okay.
How's our heat doing? So obviously the chocolate in the middle becomes a little ooey gooey and runny.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my
So you've
goodness.
got nice, eggy, crunchy outside,
Uh-huh.
ooey gooey inside. It's
Ooh.
like a private school French toast.
Oh, I like it. Talking about private school. Let's talk about schools and the fact that it's school holidays. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. My kids are older now, so they kind of keep themselves busy. Sometimes I have to send them a WhatsApp and say, proof of life, please. Just so that I know that they're alive.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's good. I mean, also, you being you, I'm pretty sure that they know their way around the kitchen and they know, like,
Yes, they
so if
do.
they're hungry, they're not going to go, Mom. They can actually just march to the kitchen and, like, was that an important, like, when you became a parent, did you tell yourself, I'm going to teach my kids
Yes.
to cook?
Yes.
Well, amazing. And has it been rewarding?
No, because
Grace!
I thought it would, Clem, but now they're under my feet, and it's like, can I use the kitchen now? And they're like, I'm just doing this. I'm making miso soup, Mom.
Oh, wow!
Yeah,
Hey.
no, it is. It absolutely, it's fun for me to see them get involved in the kitchen and be able to nurture themselves and take care of themselves.
Oh,
That's the
I
most
love
important
that.
for
I love that.
me.
Amazing. French toast. Next time we'll get the kids in the kitchen to do it. Amazing. Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
The browning.
Yeah, so get it nice and brown. You need to be nice and golden. I like it crispy. And so you can't rush these things.
No.
So not high, super, super high heat because you want to cook your egg in the middle, so you don't want to be gooey. I don't like it when you push it and it goes,
Oh, I am 100% the same.
Not really
And I
nice.
just thought about a savory version of this. We've got a thing about like savory mints in South Africa, and we always turn it into like the snack witches. Imagine doing that with a little bit of like mature cheddar. Okay, no, out of hand. You see, this is the thing about winter. I always gravitate to it, just make it more
Yes.
Moorish.
oh, I think I know what I'm having for dinner tonight, Clem. Oh, that would be so delicious. Absolutely.
Look, it's not going to be it's the healthiest, but you know what? It's going to be so comforting.
No, pass me a plate, Dick. No, but it doesn't have to be. Every night doesn't have to be super healthy. Sometimes you just need something a little bit easy
True.
to get you through those cold winter nights. All right, so let's get that ooze. How's this? Look at that.
Oh,
Isn't that
yes.
delicious? And if we had powdered sugar, we could get all that all over. Fruit, I love fruit. And some good Greek yogurt on top of this. It's a very adult thing, but I do like a little bit of yogurt or maybe coconut yogurt with
Oh,
this.
wow, yes.
Absolutely. Some fresh fruit, okay. And then
Grace,
you
while
can
you're doing that,
have
I'm going to get a knife and
another day.
fork.
Oh, yes, we do need a knife and fork to eat, don't we? So put this other one on so long. Everybody's hungry this morning. Don't you find the cold makes you hungry?
I think that's why, that's the only reason I gain weight in winter. Just because I feel cold.
Absolutely.
But I do crave a lot of like warm foods in the morning where I'm totally fine with like a lighter breakfast, lighter lunch, lighter dinner.
Yes.
This winter, I am craving the comfort. And the comfort's right here.
Oh, this is definitely comfort food.
You get the recipe, make it, and try it. I can't wait to actually dig
Take
it.
a blueberry.
Oh, of course.
That nice fresh pop in your mouth with the chocolate. What do you think? Have I nailed it?
Yes. The fresh fruit. It's the
Yes.
fresh fruit
Yeah.
with the warm chocolate and the
And it's a good way to get your kids to eat fruit. Banana works well with this as well. You know, you could always caramelize it before you pop
banana,
it in.
absolutely. We're going to go to ad
100%.
break. You're going to wish you were here. I'm going to be finishing this and we'll see you in a bit. So good, Greg.
Make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. If you've been a little bit bored, don't worry. We're going to get excited in the studio right now, and you can see how excited I am not to be doing this particular demonstration because we've seen their chops, okay? Xavier's incredible journey has been amazing to watch, but we want to kind of see it come to bear. Words are one thing, but seeing an MMA national champion in action is something else. And we've got Xavier and Clayton here, two brothers ready to go to battle with each other, for each other. They seem like two of the sweetest human beings on the planet, so I'm trying to imagine you in aggressive go mode. It might be quite a terrifying thing, but I'm going to hand over to you. You guys can talk us through, maybe give us a bit of a demonstration of where it all begins in the grappling game, because it's all about the shoot and the takedown. You've got to get that right, right?
Okay, 100%.
Take it over,
Okay,
man.
cool. Okay, so we're going to do the takedowns first and then striking.
Okay. So first we have the double leg takedown. So
He's thinking of his head.
what I want to do when going in for the double leg takedown, I want to shoot in and I want to dig my elbows in here. I don't want to half-heartedly shoot for the takedown, because if I shoot half-heartedly, he can put me in the guillotine and then I'm in a very
exposing your
dangerous
neck,
situation.
okay.
So when I dive in with my elbow, with my elbows, he tries to put me in a guillotine, he can't because of my shoulders.
Too tight, okay.
Yes. So this is where you'll just lift up and then finish the takedown.
Nice.
And this is where you can land your ground and pound, mount him, boom, boom, boom. Do whatever you want to, go for submission. Yeah. And then moving on to the single leg takedown. So this is where you shoot for his one leg. You have his leg in between your legs, and then you're gonna pull him back while basically flipping his leg. So I'm gonna flip him, I'm gonna pull him back.
Ooh.
And that's where you can land your ground and pound.
There's a huge amount of trust between the two of you, and it makes me understand, certainly in this, where everything is about that close control about minute little movements of the body and how you position that. You've got to have a willing training partner to go there with you.
Yes.
This is incredible. There's also something about the way you're setting yourself up. What are you kind of charging your body with? It almost looks like you're getting ready for a rugby tackle, but it looks like your whole system is compressing and getting ready to burst. What are you doing with your body when you're hitting the takedown? Is it like a rugby tackle kind of feeling, or what is that feeling like?
I would say, I wouldn't say rugby, because rugby is very,
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it, but MMA, you train to be explosive, because at the moment's notice, you have to catch him off guard and explode.
And you've got to use that, yeah. It's not like you can run a line and hit him at 100 k's an hour.
Yes.
Oh, man, I love that. Okay, continue, man.
Okay, so the next would be if he's good at now defending the double leg. So I'm gonna shoot in. He's hopping. I'm gonna switch to the single leg, but I'm faking switching. So I switch, but then I'm gonna go back to the double leg, and then I'm gonna get him because he thought the single leg was coming, but then I went back to the double leg.
Yo, this says to me that you guys are feeding off each other the whole time. Is this the gap? Has he taken that momentum? Your sensory taken for a fight. You must have to be on like level 11 there, where every muscle is waiting to respond.
Because he has to have a different reaction to now defend the single leg, and then that's where I go for the double leg.
Yeah. How do you defend against a takedown like that when you know someone's got this kind of takedown ability? What do? How do you set yourself up to be more defensive?
So this is the wall now, or you want to do a sprawl?
No, we're gonna do a sprawl. Okay. So first it would be the sprawl. He's gonna shoot in for the takedown. Woof. Wait, sorry. So now he's gonna shoot in for the takedown. I'm gonna shoot my legs back.
Okay.
So now basically my hands is gonna replace my legs. I'm gonna sprawl. So now when he shoots for the takedown, woof.
Cheers.
I'm gonna sprawl his head down. I want his head down to the mat. If he can't reach my legs, if he does, I just pull it back. And then that's just where I can take his back, land
Get
some
the
ground and
guard.
pound, pull him to the side, mount him, ground and pound.
Sure. I love this. So initiative becomes quite a powerful thing then. And I think you're sitting in a stadium, you know, when you're looking at the spaces that you're fighting now, there's so much energy and adrenaline pumping in that. How do you know when to kick it off? In those initial phases when you're feeling each other out, for you, is it an eye contact thing? Is it watching a base twitch? How do you know when you need a shoot? And because this says to me, you've got to be decisive and there is no split second delay.
Yes.
You've got to move. So how do you know?
So that's also where striking comes in, because you don't want them to know what's coming. If he knows a head kick is coming, he can just woof. He can either counter it or he can defend it. So if he knows what's coming, if I know what's coming before he knows what's coming, then I can now shoot in for a takedown. So now if he's gonna throw his 1-2, I tuck under, I have my takedown.
Oh, you see, thinking about the hand.
You're basically waiting for the moment that your opponent overextends or exposes themselves by overcommitting to an attack.
So sometimes just bringing them out a little bit.
You want to bait them to do what they want to do, but you already know they're going to do it.
Oh, and then I'm just imagining, because you seem to be already now at that level where you're stealing people's breath and you do these devilish things on the mat. It's difficult grappling against someone who's got the chops, as I keep saying, but it's more than just a technical ability. You've got to enjoy it. You've got to have that sensory cup that gives you the information when you need it. And clearly, you guys have it in spades. Congratulations on the success. When do you head off for Georgia? When does the...
So we, in November, I'm not sure when in November, but we head off in November.
Go and conquer, my friend.
Yes.
Well, if you're looking for a boredom buster, as I say just about every day on this show, try martial arts. This is what can happen. Buddy, go and conquer the world, my brother.
Thank you very much. Bring home the gold.
That's the one.
Come on.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove Advanced Care with Pro Ceramide technology helps repair your skin barrier from this damage for visibly even-toned underarms. So, if you shave it, Dove it. Dove Advanced Care Antiperspirant helps repair skin from shaving damage.
It's true, it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and welcome back. We've been talking about sports for the longest time, and my favorite genre, women in sports. So we'll continue down that avenue because some of the most important moments in sport doesn't necessarily happen on the field. They happen during halftime, where teammates encourage one another and reflect on what's actually happened and reset for what's still to come. Now today we're taking a seat on our halftime bench with our young football players from the Belleville City Football Club to basically pull conversation cards and share honest thoughts about things like confidence and pressure, and especially social media and belonging, proving that sometimes the best support starts simply with having a conversation. So please, let's give them a feel-good welcome. We've got Tia, Celeste, and Nikki on our couch, everybody. Again, I love the fact that you've come with your own audience too, just in case, you know. The support is there, the love is there, but ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Are we feeling good this morning?
Yes.
Good, good. Okay, so I'm going to throw the first question out there for all of you because I'm so curious that when you're having a tough day as a team, as an individual, who is the first person that you turn to for encouragement? Tia, I'll start with you.
I'd say my parents, because they're always there for me. They know what to say, they know how to encourage me, and I really appreciate that.
Sweet. Nikki, on your side?
I would say my friends, because like we just have that relationship where we speak to each other about anything, and they always know how to make me laugh.
And that's beyond sports, just anything that you bring up. Oh, I love that. Family, friends, Celeste, on your side?
I would say my partner. Football has taught us not that you're never alone. So you speak to someone that understands you, and you'll just feel better after that to give you the boost
that you need. So our inner circles, essentially, right? We're talking to people that we trust, we love, we can be vulnerable with as well. Okay, so here's the game. We've got conversation cards that we want to get into. There's a number between 1 and 8 that you can choose from, and you can pick a number, and each of those will have a scenario behind them. So there's no right or wrong answer. You just have to respond from the heart. So let's start with Celeste this time. 1 to 8, which number are we going for?
I would go with number 1.
Number 1, lucky number 1. I love it. Here's the question for you, Celeste. What's something every girl needs to hear more often?
I think girls always need to hear that they are enough. Because, you can never go wrong with having to find out who you are. And a lot of girls always compare each other, especially on social media. So at the end of the day, you know who you are. And
I love that. I think many of us when we were younger would have loved to hear that. Hey, you are enough where you are right now, not in a year's time from now, but as you're standing. So thank you for that reminder too. And Nikki, how about you? Which number we're going for?
I think I'll go with number 6.
Number 6? Okay, lucky number 6. Let's check it out. Your one is, what makes you feel like you belong in a team?
I would say the friendships and bonds that you build with the people in your team, and like really getting to know them, like because you guys have practiced together, you guys have wins, you guys have losses, and like it's just really nice to be in a team where you feel like where you get encouraged and you feel like, you know, they have your back.
So is being in a team like family to you?
Yes.
Would you say so?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so 1 and 6 taken care of. What are we going for, Tia?
I'll say lucky number 3.
Lucky number 3. All right, let's see what's behind number 3. What does confidence mean to you?
Okay, I'm going to say confidence is about believing in yourself and not letting things like feeling bad or not being brave like affect what you do or what decisions you make.
I love that. I love the idea of confidence because it's not necessarily something you're born with. It's something that you can practice, something you can even adopt a little bit later. And the more you use it, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes, right? It becomes second nature that you just step up in a space and you're like, oh, I can do this. I got this. So that was beautiful as well. We're going to do one more round.
Okay.
So we had number 1, 6, and 3. Which one are you going for?
I'll go with 8.
8. Okay, I like this. Here's your question. What's one piece of advice that you'd give to your younger self? Oh my gosh, mini Celeste.
I would definitely tell my younger self never to give up and always be confident from the very start.
That's beautiful. Would that be like the 9-year-old self, your 6-year-old self?
I'll say 8-year-old.
Your 8-year-old self, a lucky number 8. Over here for it. Nikki, on your side?
I'll go with number 4.
Number 4. All right, let's see what's happening there. How do you deal with pressure before a match?
Oh, gosh.
Be honest. Tell us the truth.
Okay, so usually, like when I'm getting ready for a match,
Yeah.
like at home, I'll listen to some music, like some upbeat music that like takes the pressure off of me. And then my team is just like, they're good at like helping you with like your nerves. Like usually in our changing room, we'll play music and we'll all just talk and we'll just like encourage each other and we'll just have fun before our game, and that really helps a lot with the pressure.
Yeah, it's important because it's like win or lose. We're in this together, right? You just got to put your best foot forward.
Yeah.
I don't even know which number's left here. You can go forward,
I'll
whichever
say
you remember.
6.
Number 6? We had 6? I don't think we've had 6. What makes you feel like you belong in a team? I feel like we've had that, but you can answer it again.
Oh, I think like the sportsmanship, and a team is like your family, you know, being included, and even just a simple pass makes you feel like you're part of this team.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Part of the greater good. Well, you guys already look like you're locked in for life, which I love to see it. The way you're just encouraging one another as you're talking is a beautiful thing to see. So all the best for your next games or seasons coming up. We love women in sports, like I said, and just like sport, life isn't just about facing every challenge alone. Sometimes confidence grows simply because someone listened, right? Someone encouraged you or reminded you that you really do belong. So thank you to our beautiful guests on our couch this morning. A beautiful reminder about conversations that when they happen, they of course create that moment of support for each other. So please delve into more about the Dove Body Confidence Sport Program and its mission to help more girls stay active, confident and engaged in sport. And be sure to visit Dove's website and social media platforms. And of course, a special shout out to your family that joined us here today, also encouraging us every minute along the way. Guys, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Choose confidence. Dove is the perfect first deodorant for teens. Gentle on skin, effective on sweat.
Oh, thank you so much to the ladies for that incredible conversation. What a campaign it's been. Well, it is almost the top of the hour, so let's get back into our national news headlines. And we kickstart, of course, with here in South Africa, where an estimated 14 million South Africans go to bed hungry, while more than 1,000 children died from malnutrition last year. 1,000 children. Now, according to the Human Sciences Research Council, this is the latest data to come out. The figures emerged during the South African Human Rights Commission's inquiry into the right to food in Johannesburg. And the hearings are examining growing food insecurity and affordability, particularly among poorer households. And the Eastern Cape recorded the highest number of malnutrition-related deaths, while food producers and retailers are being questioned about barriers preventing millions from accessing adequate nutrition. This is some stark data to take on board. Now, we stay here in South Africa. National Treasury has withheld July's equitable share transfers to 60 municipalities across all 9 provinces, citing persistent financial mismanagement and widespread unauthorized, irregular, fruitless and wasteful expenditure. The major metros, including Johannesburg, Mangaung and Nelson Mandela Bay, are among those affected. And Treasury says the measure is intended to enforce accountability rather than punish municipalities. Transfers will resume only after councils demonstrate corrective action and compliance. Treasury maintains essential services should not be affected immediately, but warns continued financial mismanagement threatens municipalities' long-term sustainability. Now we cast a wider gaze on the international news front. Ukraine has launched more than 400 drones into Russia in one of its largest long-range attacks since the war began. Russian authorities say hundreds of drones were intercepted across multiple regions, including around Moscow, forcing temporary flight restrictions at several airports. Ukraine also claimed strikes on Russian fuel tankers supplying occupied Crimea as it intensified efforts to disrupt military logistics. President Volodymyr Zelensky says Kiev will continue expanding long-range attacks to increase pressure on Russia to end the invasion. Now, a little closer to home, Zimbabwe has exported its first shipment of blueberries to China. That after the two countries agreed to plant health standards last year. So the move gives growers access to one of the world's largest consumer markets under China's zero tariff policy for African countries. Zimbabwe is Africa's third largest blueberry producer after Morocco and South Africa and expects exports to increase this year. Industry leaders say the focus now shifts to expanding production and developing efficient supply routes to meet growing demand in the area. Now let's round off with this beautiful story. Even amid the devastation of war, nature is quietly finding a way to endure. Researchers in Ukraine have discovered delicate birds' nests woven from dry grass and discarded fiber optic cables once used to guide battlefield drones. Just take a look at that. Found near the front line, the tiny structures have become a poignant symbol of wildlife adapting to a landscape transformed by conflict. Almost makes one emotional. Scientists hope to identify the birds through DNA left behind in the nests while studying whether the cables help or harm their feathered builders. The remarkable discovery is just a stark reminder that even where conflict leaves its deepest scars, nature continues to rebuild. I have a feeling nature will be here long after the likes of us if we continue in that vein. Well, on that very poignant note, that's the wrap of the news. Let's get into the sport. Argentina are through. The big news this morning. Let's start with the World Cup. Argentina had to come from 2 goals down to beat a very spirited Egypt 3-2 to book their place in the World Cup quarterfinals. Heartbreak for Egypt. Cristiano Romero and Lionel Messi brought Argentina level before Enzo Fernandez headed home a dramatic stoppage time winner to seal their fate. So Argentina now face Switzerland, who beat Colombia, I think, in the later game last night in their last 8 encounter. Now let's get back into the rugby lane as the junior Springboks just not slowing down. They secured top spot in Pool A of the World Rugby Under-20 Championships with a 52-33 victory over Wales in Tbilisi. South Africa recovering from an early 14-point deficit to score 8 tries. Liam van Wyk and Siposetu Ndabalele both crossing the line twice. So the defending champions, they will now face our old foes England in the semi-finals. Great matchup. Now we can get back onto grass as Novak Djokovic, he's done it again. He is through to the Wimbledon semi-finals after edging out Felix Auger-Aliassime in an epic 5-set contest. The 7-time champion prevailed after 5 hours and 15 minutes. That's like running the 2 oceans, setting the longest men's quarter-final in Wimbledon history, and he's through. Djokovic will now face world number 1 Jannik Sinner for a place in that final. Incredible matchup. Now, a bit of a correction as we get back out onto the roads in the Tour de France. Mads Pedersen claimed victory on stage 4 of the Tour de France after sprinting clear from a breakaway in a sweltering 40-degree heat. What has happened to the weather in the world? Torsten Train, he takes over the yellow jersey now, while defending champion Tadej Pogacar, he drops to 4th overall, just about 8 minutes off the lead. That's where we leave our sport for now. Of course, the roads should be waking up. Let's get you to work safely.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's check out what your roads are doing. Just one incident, in fact, to report on. Out in the Western Cape and Cape Town, misty conditions persist across much of Cape Town this morning, reducing visibility on the roads. Now, motorists are encouraged to slow down, switch on their headlights and fog lights where necessary, and of course, maintain a safe following distance and exercise extra caution while you head on out there. Well, that's where we leave your roads. Let's have another check-in with your weather. Well, out in Polokwane, you'll start your day off with some morning drizzle. Temperatures will rise from a low of 4 degrees to a high of 23. And as we look ahead for the rest of the week, it's bright and sunny skies that will dominate your outlook, with fairly warm daytime highs alternating between 23 and 24 degrees for the most part. Klerksdorp, on your side of town, it's sunny skies that will take over your day today. As for your temperatures, a cold start for you. 2 degrees is what your minimum is, and it will reach a warm 21. Now, the coming days bring daytime highs peaking at 21 degrees throughout your skies, and they will remain mainly sunny till the weekend, where Sunday turns cloudy. Pretoria, on your side of town, in the capital, sunny skies will brighten up your day today. Your temperatures will range between 7 and 23. Now, the days ahead remain mostly sunny with daytime highs reaching those low 20s. Friday in particular, though, will bring some partly cloudy skies. Out in Johannesburg, sunny conditions dominate your forecast for today. Your temperatures will start from a cold 5 degrees and rise to a high of 19. Now, looking ahead, temperatures peak at 19 tomorrow before settling at 18 degrees from Friday, and that goes into the weekend under sunny skies. Mbombela, you'll enjoy plenty of sunshine on your side. Now, temperatures range between a low of 7 and a high of 24 degrees. Looking further ahead, you can expect mainly sunny skies with pleasant temperature highs peaking at 24 degrees tomorrow before it takes a slight dip for the rest of the week. And then out in Bloemfontein, sunny skies will define your day today. Your temperatures, well, they'll sit between a cold 2 degrees and a set high of 21. You are in for a mix of cloudy and sunny conditions ahead with pleasantly cool temperatures throughout your week. Well, let's check out what's happening out in Richards Bay. Your skies will remain sunny with light northerly winds. As for your temperatures, they'll range from a cool 14 degrees to a more warm and comfortable 27. Now, cloudy skies roll in from tomorrow onwards with rain likely from Friday, going into the weekend, averaging 32%. Out in Durban, you'll spend your day under sunny skies. Temperatures will rise from a low of 16 to a high of 26. Now, you can expect an increase in cloud cover from tomorrow, with rain forecast from Friday sitting at a chance of 50% before increasing to 60% by Sunday. And then out in Mthatha, the forecast today calls for some sunny skies. Temperatures range between a chilly start of 6 degrees to a high of 27. Now, you can make the most of today, as from tomorrow, clouds and wet conditions will begin to settle in, with rain most likely chanced at 20%. In Kluba, on your side, sunny skies will dominate your day today. Temperatures move between a cold 4 and a set high of 26. As for your coming days, it will bring you mostly cloudy skies with cooler temperatures ranging in the mid to upper teens. Kugompo City, let's see what's going down on your side of town. Well, you'll spend the day under sunny skies accompanied by moderate southwesterly winds. Temperatures range between a cool 14 and a warmer 24 degrees. Now, rainy conditions settle in over the coming days, continuing into next week, with thunderstorms likely by Saturday. Ebeja, out in GQ, a partly cloudy day lies ahead, and that will be accompanied by noticeable westerly winds. Now, your temperatures start from a chilly 12 and rise to a set high of 21. Now, tomorrow stays partly cloudy with temperatures ranging between 9 and 18 degrees. And then in the gorgeous George, expect mostly sunny skies today with rain chance at 60%. Temperatures vary between a low of 11 and a high of 19 degrees. Now, the outlook remains cloudy and wet with rain chance, averaging around 29% throughout your week. And then out in Cape Town, you'll spend your day under partly cloudy skies with a bit of a foggy start. Temperatures sit between a chilly 12 and a high of 18 degrees. The coming days bring you mainly cloudy skies with temperature highs peaking at 18 for the most part. And then that brings us over to Sutherland, where you can expect sunny conditions to take over your day today. Temperatures start from a biting 3 degrees and rises to a set high of 18. Now, tomorrow's temperatures range between a freezing 1 degree and a high of 16, with conditions remaining partly cloudy throughout. All right, Kimberly, you're up next, where you'll spend your Wednesday under mostly sunny skies. Temperatures will rise from a crisp 2 degrees to a more comfortable and warm 23. Now, sunny skies will gradually give way to partly cloudy conditions by Friday, while temperatures remain pleasantly warm throughout. And our final stop is Uppies. Out in Uppington today brings you bright sunny conditions with light northwesterly winds. Temperatures range from a cold 4 degrees to a set high of 26. Now, the outlook does remain mainly sunny, with chilly mornings giving way to pleasantly warm afternoons and daytime highs peaking at 26 degrees. All right, it's official that winter is here, but we can look on the brighter side of life with our sunrise view of this hour. And our family out in PMB, Mr. Mervyn Fenner himself, sent this beautiful sunrise morning view to let us know that the sun will come out again tomorrow. Well, you can expect a beautiful day in those high 20s out in Pietermaritzburg. And Mervyn, thank you once again for always bringing a smile to our faces with your gorgeous take on your morning view. That's where we leave things for now. We've got one more to get into for this Wednesday morning, 0630369649. That's the number that you snap and send to get it to us right here in studio.
Or maybe you got a little something caught in your throat. For those phlegmy coughs, trust Lennon cough mixtures for your family. Available in 3 flavors, delicious honey, orange and peppermint. And the honey and orange flavors are alcohol-free and suitable for children from 2 years of age, while the peppermint flavor is suitable from 6 years of age. So be ready for phlegmy coughs this winter with Lennon cough mixtures. Lennon medicines and original, trusted since 1898. Now, there are few places in the world, I would imagine, that have so much imagination, mystery, cultural depth as the Matsikama region. And we're going to get the most impactful window opened up into this land. And that's looking from the perspective of the people, the culture, the magic that is in that space. And it's going to be told in the most magical story. And we cannot wait to introduce you to those filmmakers and get to a layer beneath. We are doing what we can to bust the boredom as well. So stick around. We might have some great ideas for you as we continue to make our way through what I would imagine is the business end of the school holidays now. Maybe it's time for you to get the kids into the kitchen and start baking. And we've got a delicious apple cake on the way. Gracie Stevens doesn't disappoint. She's always here with the sweet treats. We'll see you now. It's my feel-good breakfast show. Opsoek na Makama is a poignant documentary from filmmakers Malte Faraspe and Davet van Rooyen, who isn't joining us this morning. Good morning, Davet. And explores the people, the landscapes, and the quiet rhythms of the incredible Matsikama region.
Now, creator Malte Faraspe, as well as biodiversity specialist Salome Willemse, join us to discuss how storytelling, nature, and the platteland invite us to just slow down, reconnect, and see South Africa through a different lens, which is so important. But you know, no matter where you look, it's beautiful. Welcome, guys, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Amazing.
What was the tipping point? At what point did you walk out and see the beauty and go, okay, now I have to
We're
actually do
filming
this?
this.
Yeah,
Like, was it day 1 or day 100 or day 500?
Well, I grew up there,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize the beauty that was evolving right around us. So we've got so many stories that we wanted to tell, and we ended up just figuring out, like, we only have this much that we can do with this little. What can we actually tell? And as I was driving through the town the one day, I realized our little family WhatsApp group icon is this Muska Mountain. The mall is mentioned as the Muska Mall, the primary schools, the businesses. It's visible from 4 towns in the whole district. It's this towering beauty just lingering over us. And it just made sense, like, we need to tell a story about a mountain.
Here's our anchor, yeah.
And we need to be very controversial. That mountain is way prettier than Table Mountain. Yeah.
I'm glad the way the sentence started, I was like, hey, buddy, don't start a fight. Is it a modern wonder of the modern world? I wonder.
That is a wild statement, but it's fine.
No, but rock on, man. Rock on, man.
So tell me, on your part, you did mention a bit off air now that this time of year is so beautiful when it comes to the flowers out in Namakwa land as well, when they're blooming and you can take a drive through. But for the rest of the year, what makes this region so extraordinary, and why should people come through?
Our biodiversity, we've got this west coast, amazing coastline, and Fynbos Strandveld. And then you get this vast area, which is succulent karoo, and where plants that are 2 centimeters high are 150 years old.
Get out.
Yes. But you have to get on your knees, though.
There is a whole section of the internet waiting to get down with a micro lens to take a photo of a 150-year-old tiny plant.
Yes, yes.
There is something magical. This says to me, you've got to slow down. If you want to take it all on board, you've got to just park yourself somewhere, put your lens in a direction, and actually take it on board. What have you learnt through this journey of slowing down, maybe from a personal perspective? Because I would imagine you've got to hold up a mirror at some point going on a journey like this.
Absolutely. I think just starting off with this journey, realizing how little I know about my own region was absolutely horrendous. But as we started proceeding through this process, we only had 3 days to do this, very limited budget. I wanted to put all of the production process on top of it, and like, we need call sheets and perfect timing and everything. And then
I want a jib. I want a jib somewhere.
That whole region just doesn't respond to that. We had to sit back and wait for people to respond, wait for conversations to unfold. The whole docu is 30 minutes long, but these conversations took an hour and a half, pre-interviews, all of those things. So it really forces a little bit of perspective, and it definitely held up a mirror to myself, and it's almost a little bit of a coming of age into my midlife crisis documentary.
Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
It's nice here. I like it.
Well, you're walking with the confidence to say your mountain's better than ours.
What car did you drive into the area when you know?
I love that. I love that you're speaking about the people, and of course your expertise is more in nature. I mean, a citizen scientist, field guide, and astro guide. So when we are in nature, I mean, what does that teach us about our surroundings, about ourselves as well?
Well, each individual obviously takes something different from nature. But I think mostly it makes them feel small because there's this vastness. If you lie on your back and you look at the stars, we have no light pollution. And the stars, it's dark sky, so it's like you can touch it.
It's awe-inspiring.
Yeah, it's awe-inspiring, and it makes you feel so small. So while guiding, I try to be interactive and tell stories instead of giving figures, which means nothing to people. And that, I think, just... and then I hope I inspire people to go home with a sense of custodianship.
Like, it's ours.
It's ours. Nature is not a place to visit, it is home.
Sure.
It's
That's a
green
beautiful reminder.
energy. There are so many. I mean, and we are blessed in South Africa. You think of areas like the Boer Kaap, areas like where you have spent this time now. They exist only where they exist, nowhere else in the world. And it's through the storytelling that we can allow a younger generation to fully understand
Absolutely,
that.
yeah.
Absolutely.
As a filmmaker, I would imagine this has been quite a beautiful process to reconnect with your art and how powerful storytelling really can be. What do you hope people will take out of this crazy journey with you?
Yeah, it's a difficult one. We do this on the regular for brands, and we know what type of impact storytelling can have on brands. And our challenge we set to ourselves was, can we apply all of this thinking that we use in marketing to a geographical area? And it really it's a super small documentary. We only released it in the community and among friends, and like, here we are. I mean, isn't that testimony enough to the power of storytelling? So, yeah, a story can... I think the most beautiful thing we can say about this is Langenhoven had this saying, you can only think as far as you can see. So our jobs as creatives and filmmakers is to show vision. This is where we can be headed. This is what our community is. This is how we educate. This is how we inspire. And it all happens through stories.
And it's ownership. I think it's ownership. It's such a critical phase of our journey collectively.
Absolutely.
I love you guys, man.
Get the documentary.
Making me emotional.
On YouTube?
YouTube, free to watch, no strings attached.
Beautiful. Well, if you are going to increase your screen time today to 30 minutes, this is what you need to include in that. We will allow it. I hope today's conversation has reminded you to just slow down and see South Africa through fresh eyes. Then Opsoek na Matsikama is well worth your time. Go and watch the documentary, like we said, on YouTube, free for you. You can find it at Tall Giraffe Videos YouTube channel.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Let's get you outdoors and enjoying yourselves in one of the most exciting places in Cape Town. Winter might have us reaching for our jackets. It's okay. It's also one of the best times to rediscover one of Cape Town's most loved destinations. I'm missing it right now. In fact, the V&A Waterfront is celebrating 100+ reasons to love this V&A this winter, inviting families to experience everything from incredible dining, we know, adventures, and there are many, to unique shopping, local creativity, unforgettable ocean experiences. It's all wrapped into one unbelievable destination. And head of PR and communications, a very proud Donald Cow, is here to tell us why winter really comes to play at the V&A. Tough life, my friend, that you're going to spend your life testing out all of these things. No, we know how proud you are of your bouquet at the V&A Waterfront, and we've had a partner kind of lay next to yours for many years. So congratulations on every success. It feels like we're moving into a new phase for you guys now, which is interesting in winter. 100+, I like the sound of that. What inspired you to kind of reframe winter in the way that you have?
Graham, I think to your point, it is Cape Townians' favorite destination for sharing those special moments, right?
And every kind of moment.
And every kind of moment. And in winter, you know, the other day I showed up, it was quite early in the morning, and you watch those amazing morning sunrise coming up. Oh. And then you realize there are so many people who actually use the waterfront as a backdrop to just start their morning. They come in early, they love the architecture, they love the rhythm, colors, and the whole place just it slows down, right? And they really get to explore just at a very sedate pace, taking in all the sights, the sound, grab a cup of coffee, walk around the place, and there's just so much for everyone to do.
And you almost need that moment to just recalibrate, because there is so much to do.
Yeah.
And it does help to curate, and there are some great tour operators there. There are people ready to help you. But what stands out when you look at what's available on the indoor front? What makes you excited?
It's a little bit of everything. I mean, if we take, and maybe let me start with the things that most people just don't realize are available
even there,
right? Most people don't realize we have a 4x4 track at the V&A Waterfront. It's by the helicopter pads. You go there, the Ineos Grenadier 4x4, you would probably know the car, and you can book a 4x4 driving experience, and it's right on the edge of the water.
I love that.
That's exciting. The rest of the indoor kind of stuff that you do, I mean, we got 14 hotels there. If all you're just looking for is to find a fireplace, chill down, choose any one of those spots, and you can kind of sit and enjoy yourselves. But of course, then people come out. You know, they want to do adventure experiences that are all indoors. You can go and do hint hunt. You can go into the watershed. We've got markets. So it's
some
really
of the best
cool
markets
place
in Cape Town as well.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. And a little bit for everyone. If you want a bit bougie, you can get that. If you want something that's a bit more accessible, you can get that.
Yeah.
School holidays, some of my most magical moments, if I think on stage, on your little amphitheater stage, being involved in some of the activations you guys have done have been some of my highlights. What stands out for you in terms of the school holiday? Because there are a lot of parents out there like, please help us.
Well, there's lots of parents, but there's lots of kids who also want to get out of the house, right?
Exactly.
And what's been really fantastic for us, you know, we've got that battery park where we've got the skate park and the basketball court. And what we realized is, like, teens don't like to always hang out with their littlest sort of brothers and cousins. Bring the family out.
Stay in your lane, man.
Drop the teens off on the skateboard park and the basketball. They're happy to just sit there and maybe take up, stand-up paddling. Take the little ones through to the aquarium. There's an art in the aquarium experience. There's something at Zeitz for the kids. And while they do that, parents can kind of find a spot for themselves inside, a time-out market.
And just chill. There. Rest is productive, okay?
And just rest in a safe, clean environment where the kids can really, and the whole family can just spend the whole day.
The danger of time out, though, is you're going to discover something that you can't live without, and you're going to be back there every second day making an excuse. Well, that being said, the food, I think when we talk about the glittering jewels in this crown, the food and the cuisine at the V&A is unmatched, I reckon. What stands out for you? What do you get most excited about visiting?
I think, we've got close to 100 eateries in the waterfront. Something like that. And the environment has really changed. We've got we've never really had the sort of top high end, and there's some amazing places there now, but also as well as the usual stuff that caters to everybody who just walks in. And it's not so much that you need to sit down in a formal restaurant. You just want to sit by the quayside and enjoy the wildlife experience of the waterfront. And so we've got price points for everybody throughout the
entry
precinct.
level. I love that. Everyone can find a way that they can engage and unplug. So If I had one day, because now I'm getting FOMO anxiety here, if I only had one day to make the most out of the V&A, how would you go about that?
I think for me, it might be something that includes, one, just enjoy, just arrive at the waterfront and take the slowest time that you can take just to experience the place, because there is so much to see if you just want to walk around and take in the architecture, you want to take in the cultural experiences.
The boats, the ships coming in and out.
The boats coming in, and maybe you might just want to take the canal cruise. We've got a new electric boat on the water, and it's kind of quite an experience for people to kind of ride in one of those, the waterfront duck. But really take your time and really explore. We've got amazing walkways, and because we are building amazing new buildings, there's an amazing new hotel that's coming up. If you love architecture,
it is the most exciting stretch of property built on the continent, I reckon.
Yeah.
It really is. When you drive through that area now, you just feel the potential of Africa and what we can do on a high end, but it's also available to us.
It is. I think it's a place for hope for us in terms of the way in which we think about the place, because we can bring the best of South Africa, the best of Cape Town, whether it's food, whether it's the architects that work there, whether it's the experiences and the hospitality. It really is about South Africans doing something amazing, and it projects to the whole world, and it competes as the best destination amongst any others.
Well, there's a reason why the whole world comes here, and that's the first gateway they go through. Congratulations to you and your team on another incredible season. Normally we're chatting like this, this enthusiastically before summer, but before winter, you gotta love it. And if you need a bit of adrenaline, there's adrenaline there as well. Get on a powerboat and travel faster than you ever have before. Maybe even see dolphins. It's just crazy the kinds of things that you can plug into there. So whether you're planning family fun for everybody during the school holidays, maybe looking for your next foodie adventure, or just trying to escape your kids for 2 minutes, it's okay. You can shop local, you can shop international, you can have the best of all worlds. A beautiful day out, and there really are 100 plus and many more, I think, reasons to love the V&A Waterfront this winter. And we want to know what yours is. So head over to the Expresso socials. Tell us what your favorite is. What is your reason to love the V&A Waterfront this winter? And hashtag love V&A winter. And you could be a very, very lucky winner. But I love the fact that we have an opportunity to reveal those hidden gems in winter. Let's get out and explore.
We could not have Grace Stevens in the kitchen and not have a cake.
Oh, no.
We could not.
No.
So on the menu, we've got the most delicious moist apple cake that looks so sensational, Grace.
Thank you.
It is so good. We almost forgot to go, it's the culinary hotline, bling!
Ting, ting, ting.
None of you are getting cake, and I'm fine with that because I'm going to have it all. Grace.
Well, you have to share some with me.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So now if you want to get involved and if you want to send any of your culinary questions to myself or to Grace, please let us know on our WhatsApp line. That number is 063-036-9649. Grace, I'm obsessed with apple cake. Apple pie, apple cake, apple anything.
Yeah,
anything.
Apples are in season and you've got to eat in season.
Absolutely.
I'm that kind of mom.
Oh, I love that. Actually, before we begin, a voice note just came through. So let's have a listen to our voice notes before we begin.
Good morning, Grace and Chef Clem. Just want to ask, what are your top 3 pantry ingredients for making quick, budget-friendly treats?
That's an interesting one.
Ooh.
Would we say make it even more focused for school holidays? So like what you've got in the pantry that you keep there, knowing that school holidays, that's going to be your go-to. Do you have anything like that?
I do. Things I keep in my pantry, oats, always. Makes always a good addition to any cookies. Flour, sugar, you don't have to have fancy sugar, just standard white sugar is great. And eggs, always eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs, always you can whip something up quite nicely. That's what I keep in my, and some coconut. I mean, I know it's a little la-di-da, but coconut gives you a little zing for anything that you try. So that's my top things to have in my pantry.
I like it. I'm actually busy finding out now, would it be legal for me to have chickens at my house? Because eggs, why can't I have chickens, Grace?
There are a few bylaws, but generally most people can have chickens, yes.
Guys, we're getting chickens. Okay,
oh,
let's focus on the cake, apple cake. Where do we begin?
So usually, I must say, for myself, I don't usually buy the pie apples. I cook mine up. I always cook mine in 200 ml of chamomile tea.
Sounds so smart.
And a little bit of cinnamon and some clove, and I cook that up until all that liquid has kind of like evaporated and it's nice and sticky.
Would it become a puree?
No, because you've only got
texture.
and it's about 5 or 6 apples.
Okay.
And you know what? If you throw in a 7th one, yeah.
There we
so
go.
that's what I do. So I don't usually, and then you can get it to whatever flavour you want. You can throw in the spices and really play around with that. Then the rest of it is just hoy in one bowl.
Oh, lovely.
Quick. So I'm going to use your mussel. Put the eggs and the sugar go in first. So
Cool.
eggs and sugar whipped together, nice and quick. This is, you want to put it in there? I usually do 1 whole bowl. Let's do this, baby. There you go. Whip it in there.
Perfect.
I'm a 1 bowl kind of girl when it comes to quick things with my kids. Less washing up is the goal. Because
Absolutely.
washing up kind of sucks the joy out of all the things that you do, don't you?
Everything.
I know.
Out of everything. My wife's at home going, yeah, you'd say that.
And you can always, if you want to get something done quickly, you just say, I'm just going away now. Just whip that until I'm back, sweetie. And
Husbands say, I've got to go to the bathroom, and then we never come back.
I know. I think it's like in the code book, isn't it?
It is. We get it on day 1 of becoming a husband.
Oh, wow. Look at you go, Clem.
There we go.
You're a pro. All right. Slow it down with a little oil. I always like oil rather than butter in a recipe like this. Makes it quite... And this will actually keep... And if you want to make it ahead of time, the oil will let you freeze it. And you can whip it out. I find this is one of my go-to desserts for winter.
I was going to ask why the oil, but you just explained it
So the oil just means you can freeze it, you can take it out and defrost it, you can cut it in slices and take a slice out, you know. All right, so now I sift my flour in, and a lot of people will say, you know, life is too short to sift flour. I'm a big sifter, I like to sift.
If you're making the effort to bake a cake, sift the flour.
Yeah. You just want to incorporate some air, because air is what we use when we're baking to get that lift and that beautiful soft, pillowy texture in our bake. So incorporating a little bit more air will help. Always sift in your baking powder. Baking powder is going to give us a lift. And don't ever forget your salt.
I agree.
Ever.
I agree. And it's almost like you can taste when someone's left the salt out.
Oh,
because it just tastes like flat. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. Oh, I've left a little bit in there. So I always use some salt. So a whole 3 mils goes into this recipe. And then I'll do this part. This is the fun bit. You can get that nice and mixed up. Then we put the batter into, now I use a bunton. I sometimes use a fluted quiche tray as well if you want little slices, you know, be fancy ones with a little daub of, you know, beautiful cream or something like that. So get that nicely incorporated. You fold in so beautifully, Clem. You're a real pro here.
Thank you.
It's lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, so just generally like we lift to incorporate that air and stuff, so it's beautiful, nice and light. And when it's all incorporated, you stop.
Okay,
So you don't want to get it too tough.
Absolutely, and you'll
So
let me know.
No, you're doing it perfectly. No, you're 100% perfect.
And I always do the...
Yes. Yeah,
to make
have a
it,
good
and I can
look.
actually see I've got
Yeah,
quite a
you've
bit
got
of like
little
flour
bit
still at
to
the
go.
bottom.
Yeah.
There we go. And the apples, you don't want to add in while you're doing this part, because obviously you're going to turn it into apple puree.
Yeah, so I'm going to put the batter in first, then I'm going to lay the apple on top. You can do half apple, half, you know, you decide what you want to do. But that gets scraped in. A bunton really just helps it cook nice and quickly. There's a hole in the middle, so it's easy to slice. It really lends itself to a quick and easy cake. Then you don't have to cut it in half and put things in the center and everything like that.
Absolutely, and it just looks beautiful.
It does look pretty, doesn't it?
So the apple gets layered on, and then it goes into the oven. We're going to fast forward a little bit.
180 degrees.
And look how
for
beautiful
about
it looks.
45 minutes until it's nice and golden. So those guys go in. Now here is how mine differs a little bit. I make a lovely little crunchy strudel that goes on top. Okay.
That goes on just before it bakes.
Yeah.
We're going to have to fast forward a little bit, Grace, while you're sprinkling. I'm going to show our viewers what it looks like when it comes out.
Ooh,
Ultra delicious. Very quickly, what would you serve this with?
Custard, chantilly cream, anything that you think would be delicious with a nice winter dessert.
Get the recipe, get baking. Let us know. Take a picture and send it to us. You've been amazing. Grace, you've been fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next week again on the Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ting, ting,
Zing!
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and this month actually marks Plastic-Free July, a global movement encouraging people to reduce plastic waste and also rethink how we use plastic. So joining us today on our couch is Liesl Doherty, Enterprise Development Manager at Polico, to discuss how South Africa is improving plastic recycling, but also supporting waste reclaimers and building a more circular economy through extended producer responsibility. So welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for the invite, Carissa.
This is a really interesting conversation. You would think that we've come quite a long way since the big thing about a plastic-free year, 365 days has occurred, but there's still some way to go. So let's talk a little bit more about this month, Plastic-Free July, and how it encourages people to reestablish their relationship with plastic in their daily use. So from your perspective at Polico, what does using plastic responsibly actually look like day to day on the ground?
So I'd like to actually flip the script.
Please
and instead
do.
of saying plastic free, we say use plastic responsibly. So plastic has so many uses in life. It keeps our food safe so we don't get poisoned. It keeps our medicines. The packaging has value, right? And for us to invest in ways to find ways to be able to manage it so it doesn't end up in the oceans, doesn't end up on the streets. That is the main priority.
I love that. Okay, so use plastic more responsibly simply than avoiding it, because you can't really avoid it at the end of the day. So many people don't realize that here in South Africa, actually, we've got something called the Mandatory Extended Producer Responsibility, or the EPR legislation. So can you break this down to us and explain exactly what the EPR is?
I can do so. So the EPR is one of the most crucial legislation mandated by our government. It's saying to brand owners, retailers, packaging producers, how do you invest into making recycling successful, right? This then encourages or produces by businesses like Polico, which is a producer responsibility organization, to invest in projects allowing recycling to be expanded for education from school level, grassroots level, and empowering waste reclaimers specifically in this space.
Okay, thank you for breaking that down for us, because sometimes the big words and we're like, yeah, but how does that translate? We do know that, as you mentioned, South Africa, in fact, is one of the most informal recycling sectors in the world, which I think is actually really great. So what role do these plastic reclaimers actually play in everything? And how is Polico working to better integrate and support them in many ways?
So I just like that. This is where I get very passionate and emotional.
Please take the stage.
The reclaimers that you see every morning, 4 a.m., they get up. They are wastepreneurs. They are entrepreneurs. They are using a valuable resource to feed themselves, to feed their kids, to create an opportunity for their lives. But in turn, they become valuable to our society. They are able to help our municipalities pay less for waste diversion. They're cleaning up communities. They're impacting job creation by being able to take recyclables to a business. That business then gets more sales. They then employ more people. So it's such a rollover, and they are so crucial. So Polico wants to allow the fact to know that there is a dignity that they require. They need to be included. So we provide investment into infrastructure equipment like a trolley, a basic thing, to be able to work better, have better safety, PPE to protect them against the harsh weather conditions, and then as well as be able to top up what they bring, provide a service fee to empower the income they make on a daily basis.
Right, because the ripple effect, I mean, it does impact so many people beyond them. Okay, beautiful. I love the fact that you just said, let me talk my talk, because it is incredibly vital as well. And we know that Polico also invests in projects, I love this name, like packaging, enterprise development, recycling infrastructure. So can you maybe share how these initiatives are creating environmental benefits, but also economic opportunities to communities?
So the impact is, like you said, the ripple effect, right? So by investing into reclaimers who go to sell to the businesses, we provide infrastructure equipment, business training to collectors and recyclers within South Africa. They then, like I said, create jobs. It moves on. The plastics or any recyclable is then made into recycled, cleaned, washed chopped up and it becomes a product. It then invests, it rolls over, should I say, into investment and making the product that we threw out, that milk bottle you threw out this morning, become a table or a chair for sale. Or it allows a packaging producer to utilize the space and say, how do I include this recycled this into a new product? And it just makes the chain, it closes the chain, and it has a phenomenal impact across the board.
And it sounds like it. So thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for your hard work as well, for making sure as a whole the planet is acting more responsibly. If you could leave us with the last signal, Liesl, that we can incorporate today as an everyday consumer of plastics, what would you say to have us act more responsibly?
A simple action for every consumer when you're in your house is to say, I have a bag, separate your recyclables, rinse them, dry them, keep them. You either have a bin, if you have a recycling service, and you place it in there. If not, put it on the top of your black wheelie bin so the reclaimer has easy access to it, right? This simple action will provide, again, a ripple effect to empower, to create jobs, to empower youth. And it actually boosts an economy, a very vital economy that we have.
Well, thank you for that. Well, listen, we can all do our part and really make a difference in taking care of this earth that we all get to share, enjoy, and love. And if we can do our part to make sure that the reclaimers do a better job, then we absolutely need to. So thank you, Liesl, and your team at Polico for doing what you do.
Well, from that reframing, let's enter into another right now. Woolworths is very much reimagining the way we experience home at Decorex Cape Town with an immersive exhibit that goes beyond just beautiful interiors. You get to live it. And Carissa did exactly that. She explored the sensory-inspired space and the design trends that are shaping modern living. Let's dive in.
If you are looking for the latest in design, decor, and lifestyle, then Decorex Africa is the place to be. And one exhibition that's turning heads is Woolworths Home. I can't wait to dive straight into the immersive experience, so let's not waste any more time. Anita, first and foremost, well done on an exceptional showcase this year. I've got to ask you, what are your expectations for Decorex Africa 2026?
Our intentions for this year is really to embrace our theme, which is the soft life. We really want our visitors to come and see that it's all about creating these spaces where we can find that joy, that comfort, and that well-being, and just really to slow down. And we're standing here in the Woolies stand where it's not all about the product that they create. It is about experiencing that feeling.
Nick, I mean, what is there to say? This is an incredible exhibition. I've got to ask you, though, what sort of story were you trying to tell when putting this together?
The design story is really based on an observation of where people are today. We are in an attention economy. Everyone wants attention of everything, whether it's product or whatever it might be. So we thought, let's slow it down. Create a space where there is a moment of attention. And these moments of attention happen in a series of these objects that you move in and out of, allowing us to suddenly focus on an experience that connects to a product, essentially what it was.
So the purpose of the stand is to bring together sensorial experience and tie them back to our 5 icons, which are ceramic cookware, our Metro mug, our Zero Twist towel, our 400 thread count Egyptian cotton bedding, and lastly, our Woolworths signature fragrance. These are all examples of items that we really love and we feel like should be part of your Woolworths home.
So fire talks around cooking and hearth and gathering. So if you think about it, that is cooking products. You think about water, it's things about like what water calms you, and it's around the towels that actually dry you. If you think about the scent was something that was really important as well. And rather than being over-immersed in scent, we wanted people to engage with scent on a very personal connection. That's why stepping up to a unit where you can smell into something rather than actually moving into an overall environment allows us wonderful personal connection with the scent.
As a designer, what stood out for me at Decorex this year, it is just how creatives are just trying to step out of like traditional ways of doing things. For instance, with the Woolies stand, it is sort of like creating interaction with the brand, which I think it's like very exciting and it's fresh.
You guys have won Best Experiential Exhibition. How did that feel and what are you taking from it?
We were very excited about that. I think particularly the award that it was around experience. You know, we have this mantra, experience first and then retail. So we looked at the products and going, well, what does that mean in terms of what you want to step into? So if you look at the spaces around you, you'll see that, for instance, there's an earth pod. It looks like it's been chopped out of a block of earth. It also has a subtle reminiscent connection of what a home looks like or a building looks like, but it's not an obvious interpretation. The materiality as well will nod to the experience that's within and nod to the experience of them looking at the product afterwards.
I've never seen this before at Woolies, right? Like all the textures, like everything kind of is very sensory, you know, like you're hearing stuff, you're feeling stuff, you're touching things. We literally just touch that clay. It's so gooey, it's so messy. And I think it's just giving us another side that Woolies can do that.
Our successful formula that we're really landing at the moment is landing a unique Woolworths look. You know, we've got so many different competitors in the market. Everyone's trying to offer often, you know, the same trends in a unique way. We wanted to make sure that we landed a look that was synonymous with our brand, that was unique to Woolworths, and there was a reason for you to shop our brand.
If you missed the opportunity to come through to DecorX in Cape Town, worry not. Up next, they head to Johannesburg. So make sure that you make your way through to Sandton Convention Centre between the 30th of July and the 2nd of August to get your fix of the latest in Woolworths homeware. It's your turn to get inspired and elevate your home space.
Sure, that fire was too
And
cool.
you were quite avant-garde with the way you shot that as well. You guys were like really in
we
there,
needed
hey?
to be in it, in the experience. It
Well
was very
done.
experiential.
Very, very
well
cool.
done, Woolworths. And
Very,
also,
very
they
cool.
won best stand at the entire experience.
Oh, really?
So DecorX
congrats.
really took it out the park this year. It was a beautiful experience with Woolworths Home at DecorX Cape Town 2026. And Woolworths Home will be showcasing at DecorX in Johannesburg. And they're giving 10 lucky viewers the
Ooh.
chance to each win a set of double tickets to attend.
And this is the ticket you want, okay? Johannesburg is going to be lighting up between the 30th of July and the 2nd of August at the Sandton Convention Centre. So if you can make it there, enter and we'll send you there. Simply reply to the competition post on Expresso's social pages and tell us this. What's your must-have Woolworths home item and why? We saw a couple of gems there. Make yours good. We're going to get a lot of entries for this. Remember to include hashtag Woolies Home and hashtag DecorX Africa.
That competition does close at midnight on Wednesday, the 15th of July. You've got a week to enter.
Get on
T's
it.
and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Are you ready for music?
I am so ready for music.
I was ready for the sound check and it came. Justin Sarawi's here. Love this guy. He wears so many hats. He is like the living embodiment of hustle. And he also sounds amazing. And he's got a brand new track to release in time for, I want to say, the weekend,
Why
summer.
not?
It kind of feels like we're going to change the season with this one. It's upbeat. It's awesome. And he is a lacquer gent. And we're going to connect with him and find out how he's doing in just a moment. Welcome.
There's that face.
There he
Lovely.
is.
Speaking about new music, PJ Morton also came through with some new releases
Crazy.
Saturday night, Sunday morning. We'll delve into that straight after this. o'clock. It sure is your feel-good breakfast show. One more hour coming your way. Let's get that kick started with your 8 o'clock national news headlines, where Ghana has postponed bilateral meetings with South Africa scheduled for next month, citing a recent surge in anti-migrant violence. Now, the talks, expected to be co-chaired by President Cyril Ramaphosa and John Dramani Mahama, have been deferred until tensions ease. Ghana says the violence would have overshadowed the discussions, while South Africa confirmed it was informed of the decision during preparations. Now, the postponement follows attacks on foreign nationals and the repatriation of hundreds of Ghanaian citizens ahead of a June deadline set by an anti-migrant movement. In other national news, an estimated 14 million South Africans go to bed hungry, while more than 1,000 children died from malnutrition last year. And that's according to the Human Sciences Research Council. Now, the figures emerged during the South African Human Rights Commission's inquiry into the right to food in Johannesburg. The hearings are examining growing food insecurity and affordability, particularly among poor households. Now, the Eastern Cape recorded the highest number of malnutrition-related deaths, while food producers and retailers are being questioned about barriers preventing millions from accessing adequate nutrition. In international news making headlines now, Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa has signed constitutional amendments extending presidential and parliamentary terms from 5 to 7 years, keeping him in office until the year 2030. Now, the changes also abolish direct presidential elections, giving Parliament the power to appoint future presidents. Now, the governing ZANU-PF party used its parliamentary majority to pass the legislation despite strong opposition criticism. Critics argue the reforms will further entrench the ruling party's grip on power, while government says the amendments are now law. Meanwhile, Ukraine has launched more than 400 drones into Russia in one of its largest long-range attacks since the war began. Russian authorities say hundreds of drones were intercepted across multiple regions, including around Moscow, forcing temporary flight restrictions at several airports. Now, Ukraine also claimed strikes on Russia-fueled tankers supplying occupied Crimea as intensified efforts to disrupt military logistics. President Volodymyr Zelensky says Kyiv will continue expanding long-range attacks to increase pressure on Russia to end the invasion. Let's close off on a pop-style note with what began as a teenage dream outside Wembley Stadium has become a record-breaking triumph for Harry Styles. Now, the singer has earned a Guinness World Record after completing 12 sold-out concerts at the iconic venue, surpassing Coldplay's previous mark. Performing to about 80,000 fans at his final show, Styles reflected on his journey from the X Factor to global stardom and paid tribute to his former One Direction bandmates, including the late Liam Payne. Now, Wembley has unveiled a commemorative banner celebrating the achievement, while Styles' world tour now heads to Brazil, Mexico, and the United States, as well as Australia, carrying his remarkable success story across the globe. Well, let's hope he has a stop in South Africa at some point or another, but that's where we leave your news for today. Let's get those final sporting highlights from Graham.
The defending champions will get to defend their crown. Let's start with the FIFA World Cup, and last night's action did not disappoint. Argentina came from 2 goals down to beat Egypt 3-2 and break some hearts yesterday to book their place in the World Cup quarterfinals. Incredible performance from Egypt to strike first, and then Cristiano Romero and Lionel Messi brought Argentina level before Enzo Fernandez headed home a dramatic stoppage time winner. So Argentina will now face Switzerland in the last 8. I think the Swiss beating Colombia in the later game last night. Now we can get back into the rugby lane as the junior Springboks, they are not slowing down. They secured top spot in Pool A of the World Rugby Under-20 Championship with a commanding 52-33 victory over Wales in Tbilisi. South Africa recovering from an early 14-point deficit to score 8 tries, with Liam van Wyk and Siposetu Ndabalelele were crossing the line twice, both. And the defending champions will now face our old foes England in the semi-finals. Now we can get back onto grass as Novak Djokovic has made more history, and he's not done yet. He is through to the Wimbledon semi-finals after edging out Felix Auger-Aliassime in an epic 5-set contest. The 7-time champion prevailing after 5 hours and 19 minutes on court, a marathon, setting the longest men's quarterfinal in Wimbledon history, in fact. He still got it, so Djokovic will now face world number 1 Jannik Sinner for a mini-final to decide who's going to get into that final. Incredible. Now we can get back into cycling as Mads Pedersen claimed victory on stage 4 of the Tour de France yesterday after sprinting clear from a breakaway in sweltering 40-degree heat. It was Torsten Tarayin who takes over the yellow jersey now as a result, while defending champion Tadej Pogacar, he drops to 4th overall, nearly 8 minutes adrift of the lead. But I have a feeling he will fight back. And that's where we leave our sport for this morning. The roads should be up and running. Let's get you to work safely.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's see what's happening for the final time on your roads. Out in Gauteng, in Pretoria East, in fact, heavy traffic is being experienced on the N1 southbound. Now, that's between Stormful Road and Garsfontein Road in Pretoria. Daily commuters should expect slower moving traffic and, of course, advised to plan their journey accordingly. Let's move over to the Western Cape now, out in Cape Town and Bellville, where motorists are advised of congestion on the R300 northbound ramp, and that's to the N1 inbound at the Stellenberg interchange. Now, foggy and misty conditions are also reducing visibility in that area. So if you're headed that way, please reduce your speed, switch on your headlights and fog lights where necessary, and maintain a safe following distance. And where possible, allow for some extra travel time as you tackle the traffic. That's where we leave your roads for now. Let's check in with your weather for the final time. Polokwane is where we start our trip, where you'll start your day under some morning drizzle. Temperatures rise from a low 4 degrees to a high of 23. As we look ahead, mostly bright sunny skies will dominate the outlook with fairly warm daytime highs that will alternate between 23 and 24 degrees. The next stop, well, it's Klerksdorp, where sunny skies will take over your day today. Temperatures start at a freezing 2 and reach a warm enough high of 21. Now, the coming days bring daytime highs peaking at 21 degrees throughout, while your sunny skies will remain until the weekend, where it turns a bit cloudy. And then out in Pretoria, sunny skies will brighten up your day today. As for your temperatures, they will range between 7 and a warmer 23 degrees. The days ahead remain mostly sunny, with daytime highs reaching those low 20s, and Friday bringing partly cloudy skies. And then out in Johannesburg, sunny conditions dominate your forecast for today. Your temperatures will start at a cold 5 degrees and rise to a high of 19. Now, as we look ahead, temperatures peak at 19 tomorrow before settling at 18 degrees from Friday, and that happens into the weekend under sunny skies. And then out in Mbombela, you'll enjoy plenty of sunshine under clear skies today. Your temps will range between a low of 7 and a high of 24. Looking further ahead, you can expect mainly sunny skies with pleasant temperature highs peaking at 24 degrees tomorrow. And then out in the beautiful Bloemfontein, sunny skies will define your day today. A bit of a chilly start though, a cold 2 degrees is your minimum and a set high of 21 is where you'll max out. Now you're in for a mix of cloudy and sunny conditions ahead with pleasantly cool temperatures throughout your week. Richards Bay, you're up next, where your skies will remain sunny with light northerly winds. Your temperatures, well, they'll range between a cool 14 degrees and a comfortable warm 27 as your high. Now, cloudy skies will roll in from tomorrow onwards, with rain likely from Friday, going into the week averaging around 32%. And then out in South Africa's playground, I'm talking about Durban, of course, you'll spend your day under sunny skies. Temperatures will rise from a low of 16 to a high of 26. Now, you can expect an increase in cloud cover from tomorrow, with rain forecast from Friday at 50% before increasing to 60% on Sunday. Out in Mthatha, the forecast today calls for some sunny skies. Temperatures will range between a cold 6 degrees and a high of 27. And make the most of today, as from tomorrow, clouds and wet conditions will begin to settle in, with rain likely at 20%. In Uba, your side, sunny skies will dominate your day today. Temperatures move between a cold 4 and a high of 26. Now, your coming days bring you mostly cloudy skies with cooler temperatures ranging in those mid to upper teens. And that brings us on over to Kukompo City. On your side of town, you'll spend the day under sunny skies, and that will be accompanied by moderate southwesterly winds. As for your temperatures, they'll range between 14 and 24. Now, rainy conditions will settle in over the coming days, continuing into next week, with thunderstorms likely by Saturday. And then out in Gqeberha, a partly cloudy day lies ahead for you. That will be accompanied by noticeable westerly winds. As for your temperatures, they'll start from 12 and rise to 21. Tomorrow stays partly cloudy with temperatures ranging between 9 and 18 degrees. And then in the gorgeous George, expect mostly sunny skies today with rain chance at 60%. Temperatures vary between a low of 11 and a high of 19 degrees. Now, the outlook remains cloudy and wet, with rain chance averaging around 29% for the week. That brings us on over to the Western Cape. Out in Cape Town, you'll spend your day under partly cloudy skies with a foggy start. Now, your temperatures sit between 12 and 18 degrees. The coming days bring you mainly cloudy skies with temperature highs peaking at 18 degrees for the most part. And out in Sutherland, expect some sunny conditions to take over your day today. Temperatures will start from a biting 3 degrees and rise to a set high of 18. Now, tomorrow's temperatures range between a freezing 1 degree and a high of 16, with conditions remaining partly cloudy through to the weekend. And then out in Kimberley, you'll spend your Wednesday under mostly sunny skies. Temperatures will rise from a crisp 2 degrees to a comfortable warm 23. Sunny skies will gradually give way to partly cloudy conditions by Friday, while temperatures remain pleasantly warm throughout. And our final stop out in Uppington brings you bright sunny conditions with light northwesterly winds. Your temperatures will range between a cold 4 degrees and a set high of 26. Now, the outlook does remain mainly sunny with chilly mornings, giving way to pleasantly warm afternoons and daytime highs peaking at 26 degrees. Well, that's what it sounds like across the country. Let's see what it looks like. Before we reveal 8 o'clock, let's get into 6 and 7 when it comes to your sunrise morning view. Now, we get started with Audrey Magaman out in Gqeberha, who shared this beautiful morning view with us. The water with the reflection of the clouds and the beautiful horizon is just a 10 out of 10 image. And then up next at 7 o'clock, we had our family, Mervyn Fenner, who snapped this good morning scene with the sun just saying a big hello to us over the mountain there. That was PMB being represented, and last but certainly not least, going by this picture, is Wayne Ross out in Knysna, representing the Western Cape in the best way, in fact, frame-worthy way. Thank you so much, Wayne, for making sure that we know what Knysna looks like this morning. All absolutely beautiful images, a little bit different to each other, just the way we like it. And if you too would like to contribute, I heard Graham ask for a call out in Uppington. We would love to see what Uppington looks like. 0630369649 with your sunrise morning view, and we will showcase those throughout the week.
Oh man, and my friend, I gotta say, because I know this phase of the pregnancy journey comes with many complications, but those sunrise pictures pale into insignificance next to your glow today, my friend. You are absolutely amazing. Well done. Well, we're going to continue on that trend and inspire you with some emotional music. And if you're needing an anthem to rally behind, how about the Brunnervane Bluff? Justin Sorrell is here with new music. And then, of course, PJ Morton is also here with new music. Saturday night, Sunday morning, I would imagine the Brunnervane had a role to play in that all-nighter as well. We are going to get into some great new music after this. She's part of your Feel Good Mornings, and now she's nominated for TV Show Presenter of the Year at the Basadi in Music Awards.
Now, if Kutle Adams has made you smile, inspired you, or become part of your morning routine, now's the time to show us some love.
SMS TV presenter and Kutle Adams to 33329 or vote online at basadimusicawards.co.za/vote.
Now, voting does close on the 18th of July. It's our turn to make Kutle's day.
Let's bring it home.
It's true, it's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back, and we come back with something big. Justin Sirao has built a career that's as diverse as it is successful. He's a singer, a songwriter, producer, and one of South Africa's leading show promoters. Now he's adding yet another chapter with his new Afrikaans single. We cannot wait to get into it. It's called Brandewyn Bluff, a collaboration with Radio Rap's middle-sip producer Fred Den Hartog. So let's give him a feel good welcome, everybody.
Come on, son.
Okay, we're going to get to know him a little bit more in a second, but I first want to have a look at this before we chat to the man himself.
Dis nie altyd maklik nie, maar dit is 'n moeëse plesier. As die brandewyn blaf en die manne daar glaf, begin ek ritme kry, ek wil langer bly. As die brandewyn blaf, blaf, blaf.
Man, the music speaks for itself. Brandewyn Bluff. Justin, we got to talk about this.
Yeah.
We got to have a moment right now. It marks another step in the Afrikaans music genre, original music as well, which is so good to see.
Yeah, that's cool.
What made you feel like now was the right time for Brandewyn Bluff?
Oh, man. It's perfect timing for rugby season,
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so no, we did it in Jacobsbaai with Radio Raps. He actually wrote the song, and then we made the music with Regie and Fred. So, yeah, it just came together.
Like organically came together.
Yeah.
You felt like it was the right time to put it out there.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. We've got a couple more loaded.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
And shooting this music video, how fun was that? Because that looked like a party.
Epic.
Was it epic?
Epic, yeah.
Was there Brandewyn around?
Plenty, yeah. Thank goodness the guys from Richelieu were so kind. So.
Shout out to them, man. Okay, so you collaborated, like you said, with Radio Raps as well as Fred on this song. What was the creative process like? Was it just a couple gents sitting around,
Absolutely.
writing some music down? Here's the melody, here's the vibe.
Yeah, we went to Jacobsbaai to a place called Die Plekkie. And Rikus Radio Raps, he actually had a couple ideas and then he had the lyrics down. I think he was a little bit hungover from the airport, so then he had Brandewyn Bluff in his head. And yeah, we've got a couple more coming through. Easy process, you know, it's just when it flows, you know.
It flows.
Yeah.
A couple more that will make an EP, an album.
For sure.
A couple singles.
For sure.
All of the above.
Yeah, it's all happening. It's going to be rolling out monthly, actually.
Oh my gosh.
So I think it's next week we've got another song coming.
Stop it. So you're coming back next week for some more?
I'd love to.
No,
I'd love
Lucian said yes. I love that. But I love the fact that you've actually built your career across multiple roles. I mentioned earlier, a singer, a producer, promoter, festival organizer as well, which is great to wear so many hats. But how do these roles sort of influence each other, and what are the challenges that you face?
Wow. Geez, I started doing the booking of shows because I couldn't get shows. So I was like, let's just create our own.
Right.
And then I'd get a bunch of musicians to come and join me, you know. So that's how it started.
Create the platform.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's how Triple Y shows started. And man, there's a lot of hats to wear, but a lot of pressure. You can't give everybody a show, and you know that's what I want to do. But
You just pick your favorites.
I wouldn't say that.
Not on TV anyway.
Yeah, anyways. So now that's but yeah, it's, there are a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
But I love it, man.
That's
Music's
incredible.
the best thing.
Out of all of them, that's what I was going to ask you. What's your go-to? What's your favorite?
Oh, of course, playing.
It's the
Performing,
music.
That's magic. Yeah, absolutely.
What's that feeling like when you step on the stage, you approach the mic?
Oh, sometimes nerve-wracking,
Yeah.
but I think when you see it in people's faces, like when it's a sad song or a happy song and you change things for them,
Sure.
that's the power.
And you got to use it
And it's fun.
responsibly.
I mean, to
Of
jaw with your mates,
course.
it's the best. It's
Oh
the
my
best thing in the world, yeah.
Are we your mates? Because we're going to jaw with
Right
you
now
today
you are.
as well. Yes,
Welcome.
we can't wait. Okay, so after representing South Africa on the My Kind of Country, how has that international experience really influenced your direction now? From your performance to your songwriting, has it even?
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, I've always been a big fan of country music. I've got quite an influence in it. Not in the songs I'm playing you today, but there's always an honest song in country. Nashville was great.
Yeah.
It's good to rub shoulders with some of those big stars. And you just realize they're just humans, eh?
Yeah.
We're all the same.
I love country. Honestly, since Beyonce jumped on it, I have to admit.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's a
was
good
like,
song.
sign
It's a hit.
me up.
It's a hit.
Sign me up. And you're right, there is some truth in the storytelling that can't really be replicated elsewhere.
Yeah.
Are we going to hear more country going forward?
Absolutely, yeah,
Yes?
for sure.
I love that he has range. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what's next for you?
What is next? Well, I'll
What's
tell you,
next?
all these singles that are coming
Yeah.
out this year, that's it. So we'll line up to an album.
With visuals?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know, he came in with the bar set so high. He's got to keep on hitting that. So what are you performing for us today? Brandewijn Bluff?
Brandewijn Bluff is happening today. And then we're going to be doing one of my other songs called Brand New Day.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Like we said, he's got range, he's got grace, and we definitely can't wait to get into it. Justin joins us all the way through to the end of the show to make sure that we're set off for the halfway point to the weekend. Let's go, baby.
All right, cannot wait for that. The sound checks have been magical. He is just sounding incredible at the moment. So love that for you. Also love this for us. Hands up if your tea or coffee break is usually spent answering emails. Anyone? Yep, answering emails, taking calls, rushing back to your desk. Okay, well, today we are changing that because Omar believes a break should actually feel like a break. Come on. And if your office could do with a little pick-me-up, then this is definitely for you. I don't know if our office ever goes down.
No,
actually, we are always
we've got a
up.
steady level.
We are
that
like
just,
up. That's our
just goes
vibe.
over
Okay.
here. Well, you can stand the chance to enjoy the ultimate time to dip. Imagine your whole team taking 5, sharing laughs over a cup of tea or coffee, and everyone's favorite, of course, Omar Rusk making an appearance. You've been asking for an Omar Rusk.
I have been. Well, I've been like dancing in front of us for the last couple of weeks now, just out of reach, like some magical thing. But we want to put it into your hands right now. If your office won, who would be the first to grab a rusk and why?
Well, in this space...
Well, Nikki's always having a rusk.
She's literally got a box like on the side.
She's at home right now, actually, with her box of rusks. I love that.
After Nikki, I'm going to go with Lucian. Yeah, I think that Lucy would definitely have his hand in 2 rusks dipping in because we don't waste time over here.
Well, he also knows how quickly we eat on the set. And it's a kind of punishment. You'll spend the time, albeit only 5 minutes, making the meal. You'll kind of run and do the news or the sport, run back and find like 1/2 a tomato.
It's gone.
Come on.
It's gone.
So for us now, we want to slow it down. We want everyone to get a chance to dip equitably.
That's right. We deserve. All right, so we take out Omar Rusk, we dip her right in.
It's my first official dip of the season, eh?
Me too.
You know that.
And you know it's 5, hey? Okay. Don't.
I almost went in for a 6. Okay.
But, ooh, these are good ones. These are different flavor. It's got some raisins, maybe some nuts in it. Oh my gosh, that is delectable. Beautiful. I love it.
And wholesome.
Malva pudding.
I know.
Well, I must have had the Malva pudding one. I don't know what that was.
Because I'm not the sweetest tooth, when you can enjoy a little bit of sweetness wrapped up in a wholesome delivery package like this.
Or 3.
Like the obviously buttermilk is the OG.
Standard.
We get that.
Of course.
But we play around with South African flavors because we know it just hums under there and you think, oh man, wouldn't a little bit of this, bit of spice, a bit of Malva pudding vibe
Last
work,
year we had hot cross bun. That was a sensation. It was such a hit. There's warming spices coming through as you sipping your tea.
We're just going to have to get over the fact that we have seasons and just have them all year round and whenever we want them. But the bottom line is there's a kind of homeliness and nostalgia that comes with this flavor as well. I can remember, literally, I can feel it. I can feel that quantum connection camping, dipping a rusk into a little kind of metal.
Yes, a metal.
Listen, I can still remember that taste, the texture. There is a reason why this has become like the backbone of human connection.
100%.
Huddling around a fire.
I feel sorry for the rest of the world. You don't know what an Omar Rusk is, okay? You don't know about it, but you're going to get to know. After all, every hardworking team deserves a chance to pause, to reconnect and enjoy a proper break, which is what we're doing right now. So simply head to their website. It is omar.co.za. Nominate your office, fill in the quick entry form, confirm your email, of course, and then you're in.
It's as simple as that. And then all that is left to do is cross your lucky fingers because your office could be the next in line for a delicious Omar time to dip surprise.
Ooh.
I'm going in for another.
Officially unavailable for meeting activities. I'm on a break. Andre! I'm on a break!
He cracks me up. Well, coming up still on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we heard from Justin bringing us live music right here in your studio. And we're also going to catch up with one of our favorites, PJ Morton, to find out about his latest offering called Saturday Night, Sunday Morning.
I'm going to go for a 7th.
Do it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Not too much.
5, 6,
7. Oh, we're pushing the boundaries.
So brave. This is like the Argentina game last night.
Oh, that's perfect, actually.
Wow. We'll see you now. Oh man, the motivation, the enthusiasm just continues because a four-legged friend named Henry has just stepped into studio. Mandela Day is celebrated, of course, on the 18th of July. An amazing day full of purpose and positive action, an opportunity for all of us to make a positive difference. Whether that's through 67 minutes of service or going beyond, supporting a cause that's close to your heart, just do it. And this year, Absolute Pets are stepping up. They once again are rallying behind animal welfare organisations that work tirelessly to care for pets in need. And we have millions of pets that are uncared for, that don't have homes in this country, and it puts a massive burden on everybody. And joining us this morning, Gemma Haller from Absolute Pets is going to tell us a bit more about, yes, Henry, and the Mandela Day initiative that he is spearheading his very self. Very distinguished gentleman.
He is a
Gemma.
distinguished gentleman.
Does he know he's a dog? Is he aware?
No, please don't say anything.
Okay, sorry,
He is
very rude.
my skin dog.
Oh, he's lovely. His outfit is quite beautiful.
I know, he is like quite an old man, so it does fit his personality.
Old soul,
he is
yeah.
an old soul.
Oh, he is lovely. Well, the perfect figurehead.
Very mommy's boy.
And as he should be. I was joking with you that I'm communing only with animals at the moment, but there is a reason why Absolute Pets has gone all in on the emotional connection with animals as well. So I would imagine 67 minutes is an opportunity to do something truly magical. So how are you guys wanting to support animal welfare this year?
You know, this is such an exciting and important conversation for us because, you know, at Absolute Pets, like, we really are leaders in the pet care industry, right? And so that we have such a responsibility to ensure we are taking care of
Set
and
the tone, yeah.
absolutely, and like taking care of animals across the country. And you know, it also really is in line with what our like integral to our mission, which is to be the uncompromising champions of pets. So we do a number of initiatives throughout the year. It's not just the Mandela Day campaign. We do adoption days. We are doing food donation drives. But obviously, the Mandela Day campaign is just such a special one for us every year.
Because the world is watching, and we get it. I think we understand that at the very least, we have 67 minutes incumbent on us. But you take it beyond that, and maybe this is the first step to awakening that in other people. So what are you going to be doing on Mandela Day?
It's actually really exciting. So it's called our More Meals campaign.
More meals.
More meals. So we've called it that because the goal is to raise R500,000, which is crazy, but doable. And we've called it the More Meals because we want to raise more food for more pets, to feed more pets in need. And what's really, really cool this year, it's so exciting because we've done something we've never done before. So we've collaborated with the top pet care brands in the company, or in the country, sorry, not company, in the country. And they are really playing such a significant role in helping us to reach that goal of R500,000.
Well done. You see, I'm a firm believer, if you provide the plug-and-play opportunity, do the legwork yourself, and just give people the opportunity to do the right thing, they will. And it matters more when it's big commercial. But it also then is incumbent on us as consumers to make the right choices and to follow, join that movement. So how do we do that? What are the ways and manners that we can support these incredible organizations through you?
Yeah, and that's the best part because it's so easy. So any customer that goes to an Absolute Pets, whether you're shopping online, if you're going to a store, you can, to your basket, just add your donation of 10 Rand or more.
Oh, brilliant.
So you just add it to your basket. And also the best part, so this collaboration with these pet care brands, if you are purchasing one of those participating brands, they are going to donate 10 Rand. So if I can give you an example to make it a little bit easier. Henry, we need to go shopping for you this weekend. He's already excited.
Oh, shame. Now you're going to have to buy him something, please. Okay.
So this weekend, we need to go get him some food, and we need to go get him his monthly tick and flea stuff.
Has he just seen his pet dad walk in?
He has seen Dad.
Is that what's going on? Yeah,
You're going to hang out with Dad now.
Oh, that is too cute, man.
So yes, when we go shopping this weekend, Henry, we might get you treats, might not at this point. So we'll be getting him a bag of food, we'll be getting him his monthly tick and flea stuff, and then obviously I'll be making my donation. So let's say I donate my 10 Rand, maybe a little bit more. Then the food brand will donate 10 Rand, and the tick and flea brand will donate 10
becomes
Rand.
20, becomes 30.
It's so easy. It's so easy.
I love it when we move a gateway. I preach about this. Just move the financial gateway so those that need to be looked after are looked after at that critical phase.
And it's a shop that I need to do anyway. And the best part is, where's my signboard? The best part is you get a sticker every single time that you make a donation, and you literally fill a food bowl. So it's really fun. It's really interactive. So you can quite literally show how we're creating more meals.
I love it, and
with
I've
our
actually
donations.
made a donation because I had to pick up
Did you
tick
get
and
your
flea
sticker?
stuff, and I did, and I got to place it up on the climbing wall, and I love it that you
awesome.
can see it
Yes.
happening there. And you know how proud, I had a 45-minute
good feeling.
conversation with the young woman running that store,
yes.
just talking about the passion and the purpose and what she does on her birthday to celebrate the animal. It was like a completely different cultural
Our teams are so
experience.
dedicated and so passionate about the cause as well, which is just, you know, it makes it so much easier.
I know you work with a lot of organizations. Just maybe if you can highlight the kinds of organizations or one or two and how they fit into the bigger grand scheme of things.
So for this campaign, we have 10 animal welfares who will be the beneficiaries. They have been so awesome. They've also, you can look on social media, they've also been promoting the campaign. So when we raise our R500,000 for pet food, it'll be split amongst those 10 organizations. And yeah, there's a number. So the 10 are across the country. So it's in the Western Cape, Gauteng, Eastern Cape, and yeah.
If people want to get on board, and I know there are partner brands that want to enter into your ecosystem in a very big way because of what you guys represent within the market, but just from consumers wanting the right kind of questions, organizations wanting that are doing purpose-driven work in your space, what's the best way to connect to what you guys are doing?
I mean, reach out to us. We're so easy. Call us at the support office. You know, we are so eager to get in touch and to help brands and to help other organizations. So, you know, get in touch with us, and we will do what we can.
And then to get a meeting with Henry, is that a little bit more difficult?
He is very busy.
Okay, I know, I
to get him
understand
here
it's
was
quite
already a
exclusive.
challenge.
No, for sure.
So,
well, thank you
it was a
for
treat.
giving us your time, sir. Enjoy the shopping spree that you are no doubt going to be taking on
you
now
can
because
get
we've
some
been
treats
talking
now.
about it. Henry is a legend. You are wonderful. Thank you for, and you speak with the same passion and purpose that every one of your staff members do. And that's a powerful notion.
Completely.
When the whole organization sits on that kind of purpose. That's magical. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And enjoy Mandela Day.
I will.
Yay. I think someone else is more excited. I love this. What a wonderful initiative, a way that we can just plug and play. We can connect and do more. And if you'd like to find out more about this wonderful campaign, just pop into the nearest Absolute Pet store. That's the best way to experience what they do. Or you can also check them out online. Super simple. But the next time you're shopping for your furry family member, choose Absolute Pets and help make a real difference in the lives of animals in need this Mandela Day. And there are millions that need our help. So let's step up.
All right, we've taken care of our pets. Now let's take care of ourselves and our souls, especially when it comes to some really good music. So up next, taking to the stage is Justin Serrero. Let's take it away.
All right, how's it? So I'm Justin Serrao, and this is a song called Brandewyn Bluff. It's just a fun one, and the things that happen when we have a couple too many. So there we go. I see Brandewyn Bluff in die manne dat laf. Toe ek ritme kry, ek verlange bly. I see Brandewyn Bluff, 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 yeah. Ek word wakker en sien my bril het gebreek. My keel is seer en ek het miltsteek en ek wonder vir my besie onbevind. Langs my sitkamer stel en my beste bel. Sy vrou het om 10 keer al draai bel en dis duidelik ons se garage by is verslind. Dis nie altyd maklik nie, maar het is 'n moeëse plesier. As die Brandewyn Bluff en die manne raak laf. Toe ek ritme kry, ek verlange bly. As die Brandewyn Bluff, bluff, bluff. Ek wens ek kon net my foute leer. Op die agterop het dit weer gebeur, dis moeilik, maar hel, dit is groot pret. By die rugby het dit te vroeg begin, 5 maande in een Uberin, dis moeilik, maar hel, dit is groot pret. Dis nie altyd maklik nie, maar dit is 'n moeëse plesier. As die Brandewyn Bluff en die manne raak laf. Toe ek ritme kry, As die brandewyn blaf, krijg ek nieuwe kracht. Dan wil ek stories vertel in my maatjiespel. As die brandewyn blaf, yeah. Dis nie altyd maklik nie. Twee doppe word vinnig vier. Ons deel geheime, hou net myne. Wys vir my jou partytrick. As die brandewyn blaf en die manne raak af, toe ek ritme kry, ek wil langer bly. As die brandewyn blaf, toe ek ritme kry, ek wil langer bly. As die brandewyn blaf. Yeah, man.
Yes, Justin
Mooi,
Sarah, baie mooi. We love to see it. And we've still got some more music. Brand new day comes our way very, very soon. But we're going to take a quick short break to just absorb all the goodness that we just got to witness right now. And on the other side, we get in touch with PJ Morton to find out what he's been getting up to lately. Brace yourselves, Mzansi, for what's about to come. He is a Grammy-winning singer, songwriter, producer, and one of the most respected voices in soul music, one of my favorite genres and one of my favorite performers. Joining us today from Milan via Zoom is the incredible PJ Morton. He's just released his double album, What a Treat. It is called Saturday Night, Sunday Morning. So let's take a look at this before we catch up with the man himself.
I mean, sometimes it gets so rough, yeah, and I feel like I had enough. But even in those times, I'm reminded of what I'm made of. And I'm not giving up.
Oh my goodness, it's so great to have him back on our show. Let's give him a feel-good welcome, everybody. It's PJ Morton.
Yes.
PJ, welcome back, and thanks for joining us today.
Oh, man, it's so good to be back. I wish I was there in person, of course, but it's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you. Next time, you're going to have to come to our couch, all right? But since we last caught up, you've released a new album, and thank you so much for doing that and being so generous in blessing us with your talent. What does this project say about where you're at right now, both personally, but also creatively?
Yeah, I mean, I think personally, it really just kind of brought all my worlds together. It almost seems as if my whole career just came to this one moment, being a preacher's kid, growing up in church, but also, you know, doing soul music, doing R&B music, being in the band Maroon 5, all these different things that I've done brought me to this double album. I've never done a double album. Both Saturday Night, which is the R&B soul album, Sunday Morning is the gospel album, is kind of like my whole life, you know? And I think creatively, same thing, you know? I've sharpened my tools through all of these years to be able to put something like this together, and it was a challenge, but it was like worth it. You know, it was a welcome challenge.
Yeah, it's giving right place, right time, and we are so excited that we are in this moment sharing it with you. But I know you've spoken before. Every time you approach your piano or approach the mic, it's all about purpose, right? Doing music with purpose. So, has your definition of purpose developed and changed, evolved as your career has gone along?
Yeah, I think it's always evolving. You know, if you're an artist, if you're a creative, I think it's very important to remain open, you know, to change, to evolution. And you know, for me right now, it's saying exactly what I'm saying. I've said this before in other ways, but I think over the years, you just continue to sharpen that and continue to get your message even clearer. And I think it's clear right now, you know.
Oh man, it's coming through very sharp. We're excited. A double album. I mean, when an artist does this, the rest of us are sitting down like, we have to brace ourselves. The title, Saturday Night, Sunday Morning, I mean, it kind of suggests two very different worlds coming together beautifully. So when did you realize that they weren't separate parts of your life and separate albums to be made, but actually part of the same story?
Yeah, I think that was kind of like what I learned, you know, as I was doing it. I didn't know that going in, but what I realized now over time is that I was dealing with these things in separate worlds. And but what I realized is all of these things make up who I am. You know, none of us are monolith. We're not one thing. Nobody's one thing. We're a balance of different things. We're a balance of our experiences. And I think that's important. You know, I think that's important. And I wanted that message to be conveyed, you know.
Yeah. I just feel like your pops is just nodding away going, yes, son, you're doing absolutely amazing. Because when I think about R&B and soul and gospel, it's like two sides of the same coin. I grew up with all of those genres blasting through my house as well. So I'm so glad to be able to grab onto it with this double album. But was creating this finally answering that question that you've been looking for kind of on your own terms? I mean, did you have question marks up there that you're like, I finally got it now?
Yeah, I mean, my plan was to go in and write a gospel song one day and then write an R&B song the next day and write a gospel song. And it didn't go that way, you know? So like I said, you always got to remain open, but I ended up writing the gospel album Sunday Morning on its own first. It just kept shifting me there. And so I didn't force it. I didn't fight it. I just did that. And then after I was done with Sunday Morning, I went to Saturday Night. But what I realized is sonically, I was in the same place a lot of times. It was just that message that was shifting on these different albums. So I think it's all who we are. I think that soul music is really the intersection of gospel and R&B, you know. And so I realized like, oh, all of this feels good. It's just what I'm talking about. It's the message in the song that makes it gospel and brings our thoughts there, you know. But we're all of these things.
And if there's one thing about PJ Morton's message, man, it lands, signed, sealed, and delivered every time. We've had the opportunity in South Africa to see you perform live so many times. So when you come down and you bring this with you, please, you got to give us a heads up so that we can prepare our spirits for it. But I know that this album also lands alongside your memoir. Congratulations, that is huge. It shares the same title.
Thank you.
So, I mean, did writing the book help you better understand your own journey? What was that creative process like for you to put out both of these pieces?
Yeah, I tend not to look back a lot. You know, I tend to like focus on what's next, what I'm working on next. What can I do that I haven't done before? But the memoir, although I wasn't thinking of the album at that point, but it forced me to look back over my life and start to connect things. And I start to see things from my childhood that connected me to why I'm doing things right now and the way I do things. And so I think in a way, indirectly, it just kind of answered a lot of questions for me. So I think musically, it was like, okay, well, I guess I'm ready to do that in a music form now, you know? So it was enlightening in that way.
Well, we're excited to get our hands on both, but we know, I mean, the style is always there, and the swaggy hats that you wear, I mean, it goes without saying that you're an icon when it comes to that. And between touring, recording, writing books, being a husband and a father, all the different hats that you do wear, I mean, what helps you stay really grounded when life, I'm sure on your side, gets super busy day in and day out? What do you turn to?
I mean, what really is my family and faith. You know, I think family just keeping me grounded. You know, the fact that my kids don't care, you know, they don't care what's going on. You know, they want what they want. They need what they need. And I appreciate that. Keeps me grounded. You know, and I think my faith, you know, being able to do this album, it's really the first gospel album where I'm singing the songs, you know. So for me, it's almost like officially my first solo gospel album. And I think that faith has always been so important to me, and has always kept me you know, grounded to be able to get through all of this craziness.
Yeah.
You know?
PJ Morton, congrats once again. We are so honored to have you with us this morning, and we wish you the best for the rest of your touring into December. We'll see you next year.
Thank you. Much love to you.
Thank you so much. So there you have it, a double album that we get to enjoy in Mzansi. And please do, from the R&B side to the soul and even gospel, I will tell you that your soul will definitely be nourished by the end of it.
Too cool for school. Did that make you a little bit nervous?
Yeah,
hey?
that's good. That's good.
That's a tough act to follow, but I think Justin and Reg are ready to do it. We are loving their sound. If you need to just be grounded this morning, get in touch with those emotions, but also just feel better about life. And yes, following on from today's theme, Beat the Boredom, we have got the performance for you after this. We'll see you now.
Think it's just another day? Well, not anymore, because I could be pulling up to your door next. Spin and win up to 20,000 Rand, plus an extra 2,000 Rand if you have a World Sports betting account, and another 2,000 Rand if you can hit a small dance challenge with me. To enter, all you have to do is head over to the competition post of Expresso's Facebook, X, and Instagram pages, and all you have to do is follow the prompts. And not signed up yet? Well, head to wsb.co.za, use the promo code THEBEAT50 to get a free 50 Rand sports bet. World Sports Betting, bet to the beat. I'll see you soon.
Welcome back. Listen, I'm in a good mood because I got to sit down with DJ Morton. That was a moment.
He is one of the coolest cats out there.
He is the coolest cat.
He really is.
And his music is fantastic. I've had a chance to listen, and as it sounds, Saturday night, a bit more party, Sunday morning, a bit more gospel.
Well, the thing is, now you begin to understand where the funk came from in the band that he is. And the band is still kind of a thing.
He's
they
still
haven't
part of
broken
the band.
apart,
He still tours with Maroon 5.
Okay, so that's all right. But no, you did a great job as well. I think he loved the South African connection there. And that was a great way to spend a few minutes. And our job seldom comes with boredom. Now, actually, it does come with a lot of boredom in between all the high points. But we realize that moment that you have to unstructure, just to let the imagination fly free, that is something quite powerful.
Yeah, because that's what sparks creativity, and we've asked you that question. What's the most creative, unexpected, or even ridiculous thing you've ever done because you were bored? So let's check out what you had to say.
I think my whole life. Vonani Mbedzi saying, "Morning Expresso, I was so bored I decided to make a 5-course meal with only bread and jam. I love you." I called it Jam Bistro. Had bread sushi, bread lasagna, bread dessert. My family still hasn't forgiven you. You've laid a marker down. Oh, Vonani, you are my hero. You're my spirit animal for the rest of the year.
Imagine telling your family, prepare yourself for a 5-course meal. It's just jam. It's just jam. Well done, Vonani. Let's see what else we've got. Shakur says, good morning. What I've done is to do research on why frogs sleep with open eyes.
Why would you not if you're a frog? You're amphibious. You're already existing in between two worlds here. Am I drowning in the air? Am I drowning in the water? I don't know. Just be ready. And actually, if you look in like a wildlife book with a frog, if you look at like reptiles, for instance, at what they eat, there's like a frog first in every single picture.
You've got to be on high alert.
The frog is like the first to go, so just keep your eye open, at least one eye open, frog. That's brilliant. You guys are on a rich vein of form this morning. Mark Gavin, good morning, sir. The OG. I create a mood-based playlist from my vinyl records collection by defining my emotional goal, selecting songs that match my mood and energy. That's when boredom sparks. I mean, we need more of that in the world.
That is a good way to spend your time. Now, listen, you must come play for us one day. I would love a vinyl set.
Oh, you legend. I wonder what mood he was going for. I would imagine there's always a very positive edge to his vibe.
100%.
I can't imagine him having a down day,
Never.
to be quite honest.
All right, let's see who else got in touch. DC Class, hey family. I once spent an entire afternoon teaching my dog some new tricks. I ended up being the one following him around the house. We both had a great time, even if he never learned a single trick. That's okay. The point is the journey, not the destination.
Well, at least you got trained through the process as well.
Exactly.
Oh, man, there is amazing life to be made in between the life that we spend so much of our focus on.
It's true.
Just have a little unstructure in your life today. Maybe allow music to be the emotional context.
100% behind that, especially when the music is Justin Sarau, who's taken to the stage right now to perform a brand new song, bringing on a brand new day.
Oh, I love that.
All right. This is Brand New Day. We wrote this about, COVID, and, it's going to be all right. It's not all dull, so go. I sent you a postcard. Did you get it? I'm telling you about these things that we've been through, locked in this coupe, baby. I might have drunk too much once or twice. I might have texted my ex and said I love you. Oh, there's some people out there without a shoulder to cry on to. Telling you what to do, where to go, and to cry. When I look people in the eye, I say, why? We should be eyeing our brother. Thank you.
Justin, thank you so much. If you want to support local artists that are supporting the industry like Justin is, download their music. Simple as that. Rock up to their gigs and have the time of your life. We love you guys.
We love you guys.
Don't be bored or be bored today. We'll see you tomorrow. Adios.
Bye.
Another feel-good production.